goal is to win, but what are the little things that you need to do in week one, knowing this is still week one, still that first game opportunity to really ramp up ahead of the district? What are the real big keys then tonight to get yourself in a position to have a lot of success?
Well, I think turnover margin is the key in any football game, but I think particularly in the first game, if we can stay away from throwing the ball over, we can get a couple back, from our defensive kick, we can get some penalties for something. So if we can avoid penalties, and I just focus on, we just got to do what we do. I said to our team, it's more important that we do what we know we need to do. So that's going to be our focus. That's going to focus all week.
I didn't see my... tried. Space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But because I didn't know enough. Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you will have the time of your life. You drive away, happy, the Pella Motors guarantee.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
You drive away, happy, the Pella Motors guarantee.
Where is everybody? Hello? Is anybody here?
You survived another tax season, and those fly-by-night tax preparers all seem to have disappeared. Your friends at the Moines
The carpool driving, crossfitting, building and making warriors. Vision for less owns selection, price and speed. Glasses you need, quality you deserve.
Check.
Every day, all day, today. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. That's right. You want it, we've got it. Selection, price, speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. Vision for less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card, your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
from the volunteer efforts of our staff,
To partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Since launching our Prez Listing Advantage in 2018, area home sellers have saved over $750,000 by working with Pella Real Estate Services compared to a 6% commission. I'm Stephen Patel, and that savings is one way we're investing in lives through real estate. The average seller saves about $5,000 for their nest egg or to put towards their next purchase. If it's time to sell, let us help you, a friend, a colleague, or whomever save money by calling 628-1BUI for Pella Real Estate Services.
DB Equipment and Rental is located just 6 miles from Pella on Highway 163 in Ottley. They specialize in used heavy equipment, along with skid steers, telehandlers, forklifts, excavators, aerial lifts, and other types of construction equipment. DB Equipment and Rental also carries Bad Boy and Country Clipper zero-turn lawnmowers, and they are a full parts, service, and sales Gale dealership. DB Equipment also offers rentals of equipment for your projects. Visit dbequipment.com for details.
Hey football fans, it's Coach Cack here. It's football season, go Eagles, and that means sweater weather is upon us. The Well Thrift Store has all you need to get ready for this season, including hundreds of costumes for the kids, fall decor, sweatshirts, and more. So whether you're looking for fan gear for all the upcoming fall sports, or just need to ready your wardrobe for the cooler temps, the Well Thrift Store has what you need. Good stuff, great help, gives hope at the Well Thrift Store in Pella.
And welcome back to the Smash Park Pella Radio pregame show on KNIA. Andrew Schneider and JD Borez. We are having some technical issues here, unable to get the sound back to the studio, which is obviously pretty important. But thank you for joining us. This is the Smash Park Pella Radio pregame show. Let's take a look at your Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. And JD, obviously here for Pella Christian, an opportunity to showcase their strong run attack and their experience. Anytime you have a week one matchup, it's usually the team that is able to win the battle in the trenches, so to speak, and one that's able to utilize their experience. And for PC, that'll be a big key, is to show they are maybe the more savvy team on the field.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking forward to that matchup on the inside. I think PC returns a lot of good linemen on both sides of the football, and DMC's got some size too, so that'll be an interesting matchup and something to watch moving forward for the Eagles too.
Well, and obviously one of the things that you always look for, JD, in a game is turnover margin, and when these two teams clashed 2 years ago, it was Moines Christian that sprung a couple of surprises on PC, got some turnovers, were able to ultimately win that game. Last year, the Eagles a lot more careful with the football and cashed in on their own series of turnovers, and that's true in usually any football game, maximizing your possessions.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And, you know, especially early on in the season, you're looking for mistakes. Sometimes it's penalties, sometimes it shows up in turnovers, and turnovers is always going to be big. Taking care of the football, making sure that when you do go to the air, they're getting the ball out safely to the right people, and, of course, you know, you can spring some big plays, which PC was able to do last year against DMC by being opportunistic on the defensive end.
Your Hormel Foods radio key plays to the game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Let's go ahead and run down your starting lineups, presented, as always, by Miniga Pest Control. At quarterback, number 3, senior Isaac Kakmarinsky. Your running back, number 31, Benny Schurz. At wide receiver, it's number 2, Jack Fancher, and number 10, Peyton Ritzert. At the 2 tight end spots, it's Trevor Veenstra and Isaiah Breams. Owen Miniga, Elliot Miniga, Mitchell Van Zee, Colton Voss, and Toby Steen round out the Eagles' offensive lineup. Your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198 for Miniga Pest Control. We'll take a commercial timeout and have more of your Smash Park Pella Radio pregame show. Find your happy place and play, drink, and eat at the new Smash Park on the west side of Pella. More after this.
canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengracht, home to Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel. Dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengracht in Pella.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
While a great drive on the field is important in football, it's also our goal for you behind the wheel. Hi, this is Jason at Lauterbach Buick GMC in Newton, and we have the winning game plan for your purchase of a new Buick, GMC, or quality pre-owned vehicle. New vehicles arriving weekly and most with 0% financing. We'll also keep you ready for the long run with top-notch service and body shop. Family owned and on your team since 1981. Lauterbach Buick GMC, I-80 Speedway exit 168 or online at lauterbachcars.com.
As spring sports season shifts to high gear, have Raceway Tire and Exhaust team you up with a set of Firestone tires. Check out the Firestone Destination line of tires. Whether you drive a truck or SUV, there's a Firestone Destination tire just right for you. And Raceway Tire and Exhaust is your complete auto care center from bumper to bumper. No matter what your vehicle needs, take it to Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Looking for a new job with great pay and real flexibility? Hi, this is Ann with Hearthstone here in Pella, and as we prepare to open our brand new addition at the cottages, we're offering something truly unique. Our flex pool positions, available only for a short time, allow for a versatile schedule and a pretty spectacular paycheck. Hourly pay ranges from $45 for registered nurses and $37 for LPNs to $24 for CNAs. Ready to learn more? Call me today at the cottages or stop by and see me. We'd love to welcome you to the job you've been looking for.
Let there be light, or not, or maybe just a little light. It's your choice with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Here's Vicki Collette of Oskaloosa, another satisfied cabinet design customer.
Mike put these can lights in that room too, and they're all on dimmers, and so we can have as much light or as little light as we want, which has really been handy. We like that.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design in Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
No one looks forward to having surgery, not even for their pets. It can be kind of a scary thing. This is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County veterinarian, and we strive to keep your pets safe and comfortable at all phases of the procedure. They'll receive preoperative blood work and anesthesia, warming, and electronic monitoring during the operation, plus post-operative pain management and supervised recovery. For elective surgeries or for that unexpected emergency, trust the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
And we're back inside the Smash Park Pella Radio pregame show on KNIA, KBLS.com. Still working through some technical issues. Andrew Schneider and JD Bohr coming to you here as we're just minutes away from our opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Our game time temperature is presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, and it is absolutely gorgeous. 80 degrees at kickoff and cooling off quickly as the sun sets behind us. Can't ask for much more of a better condition here for our Week 1 game. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften's for your game time temperature, presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial timeout for the prayer and the national anthem. And when we come back, your opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply.
pre-owned vehicle inventories with over 125 used cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. As new vehicles across the country continue to be difficult to get, our team is making a concentrated effort to provide an even larger selection of used vehicles for you to choose from. So when it's time for your next pre-owned vehicle, check out ulrichford.com or stop out and let one of our certified sales consultants help you find the right vehicle. We're Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella, taking care of you since 1935.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Come check out America's locally grown wireless at US Cellular. Visit Strawber Cellular, a US Cellular authorized agent located at 826 Main Street in Pella.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit rosendahltiling.com.
Well, what does it say?
My crystal ball tells me fortune favors the brand.
Fortune favors the brand?
That's right. Fortune favors the brand.
We have been thinking about refreshing our company's branding and identity, but I have no idea where to even start.
My crystal ball is showing me a name, but that'll be another $35.
Don't leave your brand up to chance. Call Brand Appeal for all your branding, print, web, interactive, and video needs.
Brand Appeal. Jump on the brand wagon.
Well, while we have a moment and we try to reconnect on the KRLS 2 stream, we're on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. You're listening to Pella Christian Eagles football, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS. Normally tonight on the KRLS 2 stream. Thank you for joining us. Bank Iowa, proud supporter of Pella Christian High School athletics. They say, go Eagles from your friends at Bank Iowa. So our opening kick is presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Pella Christian set to receive the opening kick, so we'll get to see Isaac Kakmarinsky and company barring a turnover here as we have our opening kick of the new season. Des Moines Christian working left to right. We'll take a look in a moment at your colors of the game presented by Gilchrist Jewett Lumber Company.
Promise it. What? You mean a local contractor in central Iowa?
And the kick is returned near side. Pella Christian deep in their own territory at the 16-yard line after the high arching kick.
Yeah, Peyton Ritzard on the return there, gets it out to the 16, so really not great field position. Nice job from the Des Moines Christian kickoff unit, and the 2022 season is underway. Excited to see what this new offense looks like here for the Eagles.
So 1st and 10. Ball at their own 16-yard line. It'll be Isaac Kakmarinsky, 2 tight end set. Running back to his right is Benny Schurz. And we are back now inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Apologies to our KRLS 2 audience. not able to hear us off and on here throughout our pregame, but we're here. Isaac Kakmarinsky rolls out first play, and he's met near the line of scrimmage for a gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, probably not the way the Eagles wanted to start that one off as you get juiced up for that first play, and it looks like they went for a little play action, try to get something downfield. But Isaac shows some athleticism. Kakmarinsky's able to turn it up for a 2-yard gain, but a decent start there for Pella Christian.
So here we go. It is 2nd and 8. Ball at the 18-yard line. Handoff goes to Schurz. Good cutback. Up ahead the 20. He'll shed a couple of tacklers and get his way down to the 28-yard line for an Eagles first down. Good second and third effort by Benny Schurz.
Yeah, about a 10, 11-yard gain. Nice job by Schurz. He's a little slippery, right? We noticed that last year as a sophomore, he really did a nice job and grew throughout the year. Did a nice job there, and good blocks laid out in front with Trevor Veenstra kind of leading the way for that run. And now the Eagles are going to switch it up a little bit. They go 5 wide. That's kind of what Coach Kack is known for. Just a lot of diversity, a lot of multiple looks in his offense.
1st and 10, Eagles scoreless with Des Moines Christian, 10:49 and counting, opening quarter. Handoff. No, it's a fake. Isaac sheds one tackle, cuts left side. He's downfield to the 40. He's to the second level near midfield before he's dragged down from behind. The second Eagles first down.
Really nice play design there. That was one of their go-tos last year. So you see that experience paying off as they fake the sweep. Isaac follows his blocks, is able to get upfield for a nice gain. And now you got 2 first downs in a row. The Eagles looking to put together a nice little drive here to get started.
So we should be back here with our audience momentarily on the KRLS2 stream. It is 1st and 10 Eagles live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Near side pass is caught out of bounds. It's Fancher, and he's close to another Eagles first down, a gain of 9.
Yeah, that time just a quick little out route, just a nice easy play for Kakmarinsky to get a nice completion. Good job by Fancher, and it's Carson Tice on the defense there to force him out of bounds after about a 9-yard gain.
So 2nd and 1, it's scoreless. We are underway, 10:15. We had our opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We do have a whistle and a flag. Let's go ahead and take a look at our colors of the game presented by Gilchrist Jewett Lumber Company. Eagles are in their home maroon uniforms with the gold numbers, new Eagles uniforms with the gold helmets.
Looking good.
And then on the other side, it's Des Moines Christian in their road white jerseys with the white helmets as well. So we do apologize again to our KRLS2 audience. May not be the optimal sound here just yet as we continue to work through our opening week jitters, but hey, we're here. It's a first down after the offsides called. It's the 3rd first down of this series. Eagles deep into Des Moines Christian territory. Here's Benny Schurz, big hole right side, down the 30 and close to another Eagles first down, and it'll depend on the spot. He's close. They'll mark him at the 28. He needed the 27, but another strong gain, JD.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of what you wanted to see out of the Eagles, is that running attack that we talked about in the pregame show, that you got the horses to do it. Nice job there. Again, nice blocks. And Schurz is getting to the second level without anybody touching him. So great play there.
2nd and 1. Pella Christian, this drive started at their own 16-yard line, and they are marching down the field. Handoff, Schurz left side, finds the edge, cuts up field, inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Eagles inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, and it is their 5th first down of the series.
Yeah, really nice job again. You know, the blocks are there. Schurz is doing a nice job of following those blocks. You know, you get the lines chasing them, and that's what's happening right now is you got linebackers. I think that was number 51, Kirkman, making the tackle, but it's 15 yards downfield. Just nice chunk plays from Pella Christian.
So shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Eagles and Lions tied at 0. Handoff to Schurz, right side, finds an edge, cuts up field inside the 15 before he's dragged down. Nice tackle made in the open field at the 11, a gain of 5.
Yeah, that's Gavin Phillips from Des Moines Christian with the tackle. He's one of their returning playmakers from last year on both sides of the field. Kind of set the edge there, did a nice job of not allowing Schurz to use his speed to get to the outside. But that said, still a 4-yard gain.
So 2nd and 6, Pella Christian threatening to score. They're at the Des Moines Christian 11-yard line. PC 0, DMC 0. Season opener here on KRLS. Kakmarinsky looking to throw, rolls out to his left. Plenty of time, looking, pulls it down inside the 10, tiptoes the sideline, deep inside to the 3-yard line. It's another Eagles first down, their 6th of this first drive, and it's 1st and goal.
You know what I really like about this drive, now the Eagles got to get in there and finish it, but even when plays aren't going exactly the way that you want, there's still positive yardage. We've seen that a couple times where they're rolling out. Kakmarinsky just decides to tuck it and still gets his 4 or 5 yards and lives for another day.
Shotgun formation and now a whistle, far sideline, and another offside penalty on Des Moines Christian. It's their second of the series.
Are they just lining up offsides?
I think that's, well, you see the initial whistle get blown.
Strange.
And that is the signal. So it takes first and goal at the 3 and makes it first and goal at the 1.5. Same formation for Pella Christian. Double stack tight end, left side of the line for Isaac Kack. Veenstra in motion. It's a handoff to Schurz. He'll turn his legs in. 6 for the Eagles. Touchdown, Pella Christian. Benny Schurz, a hard-fought 2-yard score.
Andrew, I don't know. If you're a Pella Christian fan, you probably can't script it better than that, right? I mean, every play went for positive yards, had some big chunk plays of about 10, 15 yards, moved their way 85 yards down the field in a hurry. Really good opening drive there from Pella Christian. You really like to see that.
And it's the very experienced Jack Fancher for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. With 8:26 remaining here in the opening quarter, it's Pella Christian 7, DMC 0. After an 86-yard drive, Eagles march down the field. And JD, obviously a well-played series there. Nothing overtly explosive, but Pella Christian getting a good push off that offensive line.
Yeah, you know, one thing I've noticed with Pella Christian is that we've had the big plays in the past couple of years. You know, you've had the Eric Mulders out there, the Bennett Spronks, even Isaac Kakmarinsky, who's had some huge plays. But this was smash mouth football right there. There was nothing fancy, truthfully nothing too exciting, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's exactly what you want if you're Pella Christian, is that it's just ground and pound, move the football, be solid through the whole thing. No mistakes made. There was 2 penalties, both of them on the defense on Des Moines Christian. So really the kind of start that Pella Christian needed there.
Well, let's get some love to some of the sponsors due to some of the technical issues we had. We had the Smash Park Pella Radio pregame show. Find your happy place. Play, drink, and eat at the new Smash Park on the west side of Pella. Your Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit HormelJobs.com. Your starting lineups, as always, presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198 for Miniga Pest Control. Your game time temperature, presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften's. You are listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa, on the KRLS 2 stream. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you here, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. So Fancher, the left-footed kicker, trying to squib it through, and it'll roll into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10, Des Moines Christian. And J.D., this is a Lion squad. There's a little bit familiar here. It's not like they're completely new. Returning quarterback Martin and a few receivers back from last year's roster. Obviously, a unit that Pella Christian had a lot of success against a year ago.
Yeah, you know, and obviously with DMC having a new coaching staff, I know talking to some of the players and coaches, they're kind of going into this blind, right? Not really sure what DMC is going to look like offensively. In fact, I think you're going to see a different quarterback than maybe we expected, as it looks like Tate Platt is back there taking the snaps. Yeah. So it's kind of see what it is and adjust from there.
Yes, a new look Des Moines Christian offense has the ball at their own 20-yard line, trailing 7-0 to Pella Christian first quarter. Handoff, not much doing. Good initial surge by the Eagles defensive front, and maybe a yard two on the play makes it 2nd and long.
Yeah, again, you see it on both sides of the ball. The trenches is so important. Who's getting that push? That time, not a lot there, but, you know, DMC gets a couple yards and is able to stay in plus territory with the chains.
And that was Graham Antrim, excuse me.
Is that number 2? Because he's listed as 4.
Okay, we got a couple guys in the backfield. They've moved some people around already.
Yeah.
This handoff right side, it's, number 2, Sam Smith. Smith gets his 2nd consecutive carry. Apologies again. We are on their first game of the year, and he gets a better surge this time up the right side of the line. Makes it 3rd and short.
You know, that is one thing DMC had success with, is they ran the ball pretty well last year, and you see them going to that again early on.
So Tate Platt, the quarterback, will hand it off. And this time met in the backfield, and a huge initial push, and the final tackle and stop made by Isaac Kakmarinsky, assisted by Cooper Sprunk. It's a loss of 3, and it's 4th down DMC.
Man, that's really great defense on the 3rd and short. We've seen a couple runs up the middle. DMC goes for it again, and that time you see Trevor Veenstra from his defensive tackle spot just kind of plugs through there, holds him up, holds the running back up just a little bit, and his buddies are there to wrap him up in the backfield.
So Tate Platt will punt this one away back deep to return for PC. It is running back number 31, Benny Schurz. Kick is a low line drive. It'll take a big Des Moines Christian bounce all the way to the 23-yard line. Schurz maybe had some time to pick it up, but instead lets it settle in, and the Eagles will start at their own 23-yard line. So the punt ends up being about 47 yards after the hop. Good flipping of the field position for the Lions.
No doubt. I mean, a good punt there. You know, even though it didn't always look pretty, sometimes the ball just rolls, and that helped them out there. But with the Eagles, obviously a large field in front of them. Last drive, that didn't stop them at all, and they're going to be looking to pick it up right where they left off.
Do have our first Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. Ankeny Centennial leading Indianola 7-0 early in that one, first quarter. Also on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, Pella versus Norwalk starting at 7:30. Knoxville at Newton starting at 7:30. Pleasantville and Linville-Sully just underway. PCM Davis County starting at 7:30 on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Isaac Kakmarinsky and the Eagles have a 7-0 lead over Des Moines Christian here in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 6:39 in the quarter. This pass is one-handed grabbed by Peyton Ritzert, and he's swallowed near the line of scrimmage for no gain. A little bubble screen. And unfortunately, we have a Des Moines Christian Lion down.
Yeah, you know, I think that ball may have actually been tipped by the Lions player there at the line of scrimmage, and Ritzert was still able to catch it. Not a lot doing there as the Lions were able to swarm him quickly. But, yeah, you hate to see, especially early on in the season here, a kid go down, you know.
And this is a Vision for Less timeout, improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella to get back in the game. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you here from Eagle Lane. It's our opening broadcast. A Des Moines Christian player down here on the sideline. This opening game of the season, volleyball, soon to be in action for PC on Saturday. Cross country, obviously an incredible story there. We got a football Friday night feature in the works next week that might break out the waterworks about that as we think about Pella Christian and Ryan Nadelborg, who, if he's watching up in Wisconsin, obviously thoughts and prayers with him and his family after a devastating injury. But they had their first race, a great start to the season. They'll be running for Ryan all season. Yep. Did want to mention that, and that's when we see injuries like this, JD, a reminder that as much as we like to take things for granted and love normalcy and love when things go well, there's adversity in life.
No, there's no doubt about it, you know, and obviously the Ryan situation is super unfortunate, and these guys are missing him, you know, people are missing him and praying for him and certainly hoping for the best in his recovery. And yeah, you know, it's a fragile thing, and you get these opportunities like tonight on a beautiful night to play some football, and you just got to take advantage of it because you just never know what's going to happen.
And obviously we hope the best for the young man from Des Moines Christian off the field. Right. It looked like Owen Elam needing help off the sideline. Yeah. So 2nd and 10, Eagles at their own 22-yard line. Man in motion is Veenstra. Quarterback keeper Isaac Kakmarinsky. Left side churning his legs. Very patient running as he was having to keep both hands on the football, surrounded by white jerseys, and he's down just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, again, you know, we keep saying it, but good blocks out in front of him. You mentioned just the patience from Kakmarinsky. You know, that's the thing that you get when you're a senior, right? The game slows down. He's been a quarterback for 3 years. Does a nice job of following his blocks and looked explosive there, too, when he needed to be, and sheds a couple tackles.
So 3rd and short, Pella Christian with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity. At their own 32-yard line, leading 7-0. It's Benny Schurz. He'll fight really hard to get 2 yards, shed a couple of tackles right at the initial point of contact at the line of scrimmage, and was able to use his tall, lengthy 6'3" frame to push ahead and get the first down.
Yeah, it helps when you can fall forward and you actually got some length to extend that ball out and get the first down. Kind of actually ran into Trevor Veenstra, who almost get credited for that tackle, but it's a first down nonetheless.
1st and 10, Pella Christian leading Des Moines Christian 7-0 football action here in the first quarter. 5:08 remaining. Right side rollout for Kakmarinsky after the shotgun snap. He'll turn it upfield. He sheds one tackle at the 40, and he'll lunge ahead for another Eagles first down, a gain of 11 yards for Isaac Kakmarinsky.
You know, Isaac, he led the state in touchdowns last year. He was also one of the leaders in yards from scrimmage, and that's why. He maybe had an opportunity to hit a pass on the short route. Instead, he tucks it, and he's still explosive enough, has good vision to pick up that first down and keep the chains moving, and this drive is picking up right where the Eagles left off last drive.
So 1st and 10. Pella Christian at their own 45-yard line. Isaac Kack. A jet sweep handoff going left side to Schurz. Schurz cuts it up to the 50 in Des Moines Christian territory before he's wrapped down from behind at the 37-yard line. Another big gain on the ground for the Eagles. 1st and 10, 18 yards later for Benny Schurz.
It's just so fun when Pella Christian goes 5 wide. They spread you out. They make you think that they're going to look for that deep ball like they often do. But this time they do hit Schurz on the sweep. And, man, he's got some speed to get to the edge. Tate Martin tackles him, but he's way downfield by the time that he catches up.
5 wide receiver set again for Isaac Kakmarinsky. 3 receivers to his right. 1st and 10, Pella Christian 7, Des Moines Christian nothing. Kack looking to throw, scanning downfield. He's a threat to run. He'll scramble again. Cuts past a couple of Des Moines Christian linebackers to the Lions' 31-yard line. Turned what looked to be pretty good downfield coverage, JD, into a positive game.
Yeah, that's a staple from Pella Christian right there, that they go to the all seams look. Everybody goes downfield. Really nice job from DMC to get in the backfield and disrupt the rhythm on that play. Isaac had to look to turn and run maybe sooner than he'd like, because I think he may have had some guys, but pretty good defense there from the Lions.
Sets up 2nd and 4 at the Des Moines Christian 31-yard line. Veenstra shuffles in motion right side of the formation. Breams, the other tight end, handoff goes to Schurz, breaks one tackle in the backfield, gets the first down, and he's spun down inside the 25 to the 24.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Max Kirkman was able to get through the line there, did a nice job, had his chance in the backfield, and when you're the Lions, you got to make those tackles. But again, Schurz is too slippery, got loose, and still picks up the first down.
Pella Christian once again knocking on the door of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. 3:15 and counting. Pella Christian leading Des Moines Christian. Football action 7-0. 3 minutes remaining here in our opening quarter. Methodical offense from PC, and it's been a long time since you could say they wanted to play this methodical style, but here they are. Shotgun snap, rolling out to his left. It's Isaac Kack. Throws it downfield, has his man Veenstra inside the 20, tiptoeing the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds inside at the 15-yard line. It's close to another Eagles first down on the flare route left side to the tight end Veenstra.
Yeah, and it looks like they're giving him the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 14. And you mentioned it, it's methodical because they're just working their way down the field, but they're quick to the line of scrimmage, really wears the defense down. And if the offense is in good shape, they can just keep it rolling, and that's exactly what PC is trying to do.
Pella Christian 7, Des Moines Christian nothing. First quarter, 2:51 remaining, empty backfield for Kakmarinsky. 3 to his right, make it 4 on the jet sweep to Benny Schurz. They fake it to him. Keeper for Kakmarinsky had a nice hole in the right side of the line, swallowed up by the linebacking crew from the Lions, and he'll make his way. It's a quiet 8 yards, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. Again, that's going to be a staple for the Eagles because it's so hard to guard when you got Schurz going on the sweep. He's got the speed to get to the edge, but Kakmarinsky can keep it, and he has the power to go between the tackles and still get 8 yards on just a simple play like that.
2nd and 3 at the Des Moines Christian 7. Have to get to the 4 for a first down. 7 away from Paydard are the Eagles, already up by 1 score. Handoff goes to Schurz. He'll bounce it outside, has an opening, lunges ahead, and he is in. 6 for the Eagles. Touchdown, Pella Christian. Benny Schurz, his 2nd score of the night.
Yeah, it's just the repeatable things that they're doing really well. Trevor Veenstra's doing a nice job of laying some blocks out in front of him, and I think Benny is showing his experience and vision, gets to the outside. Like we talked about, uses that big frame to lean across the goal line. 2 touchdowns quickly here for the Eagles.
So Jack Fancher trying to set up the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. With 2:09 remaining, the Eagles march another 76 yards downfield, and they take a 14-0 lead over Des Moines Christian. You're listening to Eagles Football inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
And come play, drink, and eat at Smash Park in Pella.
Football season is back, and we're back for our 10th season of award-winning Football Friday nights on KNIA and KRLS. For the 10th straight season, DeYoung Door Service is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of Pick'em, and the Guru is once again going head-to-head with our studio hosts and broadcasters picking the winners of our local high school football games. Tune in Friday nights during the preview show to hear the picks, enjoy the live play-by-play of your favorite team, then listen to the scoreboard show to hear how we all did.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Like you mentioned, they didn't get a lot going, 3 and out last time, looking to run the football. We'll be interested to see how they adjust, right? As a new coaching staff, are they looking to go to the air a little bit more, or are they going to stick with their ground game here as they start their second drive?
Do have a Strawberry Cellular instant radio update. It is 7-5. Ankeny Centennial over Indianola, so the Indians get a field goal and a safety, and the also common 7-5 margin over in Indianola. It's Pella Christian, by the way, getting another beneficiary call here. An illegal formation on Des Moines Christian, now 1st and 15, the third 5-yard penalty for the Lions. They're going to shift a few guys around here on the offense. It's Tyler Martin, who was the starting quarterback a season ago now, in the shotgun position. Handoff goes right side, and not much doing there. Maybe past the 30-yard line as Isaac Kack helped swallow up the carrier Ty Andrews, number 10, for a short gain of 2.
How about the formation? I love it, right? Let's shift the quarterback into the slot, shift our tight end into the quarterback position. Just some different looks. I think it's kind of fun, even though they only got a couple of yards out of it. Love the creativity.
Eagles running more 4-down defensive linemen this season is the plan. Already some pressure here. The throw catch made by Martin, who just was the quarterback last play. He swallowed up whole after another short game and another Isaac Kakmarinsky stop.
Already you can see Isaac Kakmarinsky's all over the field. But you mentioned it with a 4-down lineman, and I find it kind of interesting as, you know, the Eagles have always been kind of a 3-down lineman look, but I think when they look at the past couple of years, the games that they've lost have been to power running teams. And I feel like this shift is maybe to slow down the run, and so far against Des Moines Christian, it's working.
3rd and 12, play action fake. Trevor Veenstra nearly gets the sack, rolling out to his right, passes downfield, overthrown, incomplete, intended for Owen Fadden. There are flags all over the field on the far sideline near the line of scrimmage. Veenstra nearly got the sack as rolling out to his right was Tate Platt. And I would imagine this will be a decline. Well, it depends on the spot maybe. And I think the conversation here with Coach Kack is what the call is. So I believe it was holding. Is that the correct?
It's lineman downfield.
Yeah, so it'll just be 4th down.
All right.
53 seconds remaining. Pella Christian has a 14-0 lead here first quarter. Benny Schurz and Peyton Ritzert back to return this punt, the second of the night for Des Moines Christian.
And you talk about DMC, you know, that drive started with a 5-yard penalty, you know, and that's always a tough thing to recover from when you're starting behind the chains. And, of course, they weren't, and now, again, you're going to see another punt here from the Lions.
This kick has a little more air underneath it. Ritzert will catch it on the run near side, 34-yard line. He's upfield to the 40. He slips through a tackle at midfield, and the Eagles will start in Lions territory, out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Pella Christian. That is a 26-yard return.
You know, one of the things when you talk about a veteran team, a team that has some experience, is you expect that team to do the little things well. Punt coverage being one of those things. Ritzert does a nice job. You don't need anything flashy out of those guys. Just catch the ball, get upfield. That's exactly what he did, and it pays off because now you only got 45 yards in front of you. Best field position yet for Pella Christian.
Eagles have a 2 tight end stack, 2 receivers at the line of scrimmage in this first series here in Lions territory to start. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Handoff will go left side Cutting up field, it's Ritzert, who just had the nice return, and he'll get 3, maybe 4 to the 41-yard line.
Nice job from Martin there again from Des Moines Christian. He's a linebacker. He's all over the field too. He's made a couple tackles here already early on. Was able to plug that hole and hold it to a short gain. But it does look like this is gonna, Coach Cack is already looking at the clock going, you know what, we don't need to be in a hurry. We're off to a nice lead, and it looks like they're gonna slow things down a little bit till the end of the quarter.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella Christian leading 14-0 in Lions territory. When we come back after this on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage.
To the historical village, Vermeer and Windmill, and Pella Bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht in Pella.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Andrew Schneider and JD Borg coming to you on the KRLS 2 stream and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. PC leading DMC. Battle of the Christian Schools 14-0. Eagles with the football at the Des Moines Christian 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Isaac Kakmarinsky hands it off to Benny Schurz. Schurz cuts it upfield inside the 40 and lunges ahead, sets up 3rd and short after a gain of 4.
Yeah, it's Martin once again who diagnosed that play, gets up the field there a little bit, slows Schurz down for just a short gain. I think this, you mentioned the first 3rd down, so I think it was just the second 3rd down that PC's seen. Last time they gave it to Schurz, who was able to sneak it up. We'll see what he does here.
And indefinite 4-down territory are the Eagles. Lions showing blitz and a whistle. Some pre-snap motion here by Pella Christian. Their first penalty sets them back.
Penalty on the Eagles for procedure call.
Yeah, the offensive line has been outstanding, by the way, but that time I think it's Toby Steen at right tackle who got a little too aggressive to go lay that block and moves them back 5 yards. And now you kind of get those interesting ones. I love to see what a team does on a 3rd and 7, right? Do they trust to go to the air, or do they try to keep it on the ground?
Eagles will spread it out. Near side, it's Camden Parker, by the way. We saw him in on the defensive series as well. 5 wide receiver set for Pella Christian. Man in motion is Schurz. They will fake the jet sweep. Keeper by Kakmarinsky. Sheds a few tackles. Powers his way through. It's bully football as he'll hammer his way for the 1st down. A tough 10-yard gain.
You know, that's a funny play. It was totally a design play for Kakmarinsky to go out to the right side. In fact, his left guard, Elliot Menninga, pulls out in front of him to the right side, but Kakmarinsky cuts it up to the left anyways and just carries about 3 or 4 defenders with him, just determined to pick up that 1st down. And whatever it takes to move the chains, the Eagles love to see it.
So that'll set up another Eagles 1st down, their 11th of the game. A whistle and another pre-snap whistle at that with a flag. Pella Christian trying to set up a swing pass, and their 2nd consecutive
Penalty on the Eagles.
penalty, this time again on the illegal motion.
Do all officiating staffs have the microphone to talk to each other like that?
I think more of them do now, but I don't know. I'm not sure if this one does. Do they?
No, they do. I totally saw it. He made the call. He just you know, lifted up his shirt to say what he needed to say. Call was made.
Depending on the school, Pella has the mic pack too.
Oh, right, to talk to the crowd. Yeah, that's nice.
So now 1st and 15, 2 tight ends stack set here for Pella Christian. Man in motion is Trevor Veenstra. Benny Schurz handoff off right guard, and he'll get most of that yardage back and then some. A gain of 8 yards on 1st and 15 makes it 2nd and much more manageable.
Yeah, we've mentioned a couple times some of these linemen who are out there laying blocks. That time, Benny Schurz is following Mitchell Van Zee and Colton Voss off the right side. Really nice job by those guys, moving some big bodies on the defensive line there from DMC to spur that run on.
2nd and 7. Eagles at the Lions 29-yard line with a 14-0 lead. 9:42 remaining here until halftime. Isaac Kakmarinsky in a shotgun formation. Shifting is Trevor Veenstra. Handoff goes to Schurz. A big burst of speed at the 25-20, and he'll hit the safety on his way down to the 16-yard line as trucking through number 42 Landon Mumm was Benny Schurz. The Eagles for the 3rd time inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, and it's first down number 12.
I tell you what, Schurz is racking up the yards on the ground. That might have been his best run yet as he bounced that one outside quickly and then finished a punishing run downfield. Really nice job by Benny to move the chains.
3 receivers near side of the formation for Isaac Kakmarinsky. Schurz in the backfield again on 1st and 10 at the Lions 16-yard line with a 14-0 lead. Delayed keeper here and close to the first negative play for Pella Christian as Kakmarinsky swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Good edge on that right side of the Lions defensive end.
Yeah, it's Dutch Phillips there. Got a great name in Pella, Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Dutch Phillips.
What's he doing up there?
Yeah, what's going on? But Dutch Phillips is working the edge, was there to swallow up Isaac Kakmarinsky right from the start, and there's really nothing going on that play.
3 receivers near side again. It's 2nd and 10. Pella Christian at the Lions 16-yard line looking to make it a 3-score lead. Blitz is on. Schurz picks it up. Pass downfield is caught by Peyton Ritzert inside the 5, and a good stop made right near the goal line by number 42 Landon Mumm. Prevents the touchdown, but it's another Eagles first down. Peyton Ritzert, his 2nd catch of the night, goes for 13.
Yeah, the Des Moines Christian linebacker Ty Phillips timed that blitz perfectly. He was ready in the backfield. He was ready to make the tackle. Kakmarinsky noticed that, rolled out to the right, throws against his body a little bit, but nice play to pick up a first down and get them close to another touchdown.
Kakmarinsky on 1st and goal will hand it off to Benny Schurz. Can he make it number 3? And the answer is yes. 6 for the Eagles. Touchdown Pella Christian. Benny Schurz. Touchdown number 3.
God, another really good-looking run. I tell you what, I mentioned earlier, Isaac Kakmarinsky led the state in touchdowns, and I think Benny Schurz is determined to not let that happen again. It's now 3 times in a row that they've got inside the 5-yard line. They've given it to Benny. They've blocked really well for him. He's punched it in for 6 points.
And we're going to call this our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. For branding, print, web, video, or interactive, call Brand Appeal Relentless. For you, the point after try is good. Fancher is a 3-for-3 kicker here tonight. We will keep it right here inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, and we are going to go ahead and call that our Randall Roof. Raise the roof moment of the game. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, as Benny Schurz able to punch it in for the 3rd time here tonight, as Pella Christian dominating all phases of the game so far, JD.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, you really could not have scripted out the start of this game better, right? I mean, some people might say, well, you haven't had the big play, and they haven't needed it, and that's what's really cool. It's just the methodical movement down the field. Every play seems to be working and at least not hurting the Eagles. It's been pretty clean football. There's been a couple penalties, but nothing too bad. I think Pella Christian's really excited for the way that this game has started.
Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel is presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. We're here in half number 1, 8:10 remaining until halftime. Pella Christian 21-0 over Des Moines Christian. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Unofficially, I have Pella Christian for 153 yards rushing and another 33 through the air, and they now have 14 first downs in the game, and they are 2 of 2 on 3rd down tries as well. That's in case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. High end over end kick here for Fancher. It's returnable at about the 2-yard line, near side 20. Good space until it looks like making the stop there. Out of bounds was Deal, one of the starting linebackers. A 24-yard return for Gavin Phillips, and it's 1st and 10 Des Moines Christian, who has had to punt the ball away twice to the Eagles.
I thought it was great listening to Coach Cack talk in the pregame show, as he always wants to talk about the kicking game, right? I mean, head coaches in the football, they're always nervous about those special teams units. That's certainly something that Coach Cack has talked about and emphasized, as truthfully, that's something that Pella Christian struggled with at times, is giving up big plays in these special teams. But so far, really nice job of slowing them down and not giving up the big play.
So it's Pella Christian leading Des Moines Christian 21-0 here in the second quarter. Handoff goes right side, and that is Phillips who has it, far sideline, and a short gain, I should say, a throw, and a gain of 4.
Yeah, just a quick little hitch route. We haven't seen that yet from Des Moines Christian, and honestly, it looked pretty good as Platt just took the snap, got into his throwing motion, went right out to Phillips, who's the leading returning receiver. Nice little play to pick up 6. Doing it again.
And near side, and setting up almost a bubble screen, if you will. The near side receiver, Tice, was blocking. The reception was made by Owen Fadden, and it sets up 3rd and 1.
A really nice play from Peyton Ritzert to shed the block and make that tackle. DMC getting to the line quickly, though.
3rd and 1. Handoff goes right side, close to a first down, and just enough, according to the spot. They were at the 37, needed the Eagles' 38-yard line after Smith is able to get 2 yards and the first DMC first down.
Yeah, nice looking run there from Smith. I tell you what, it's physical out there right now between the trenches. Is even that hit, right? I mean, it's just a 2-yard gain, but he is met really hard by both ends. By the offense and the defense. Hard collisions, but a first down. First down here for DMC.
3 receiver set with a tight end. Des Moines Christian trailing 21-0. Right side, another quick pass to Shaden Raines, it looks like, on that far side. Or it might be Tyler Drefke. They have 2 in number 21. Looks like Raines is the older of the 2, so we'll go with him, and he'll get a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, we talked about it, that they would have to mix it up a little bit if they wanted to move the football. And now you see on this drive, Des Moines Christian has already gone to the air 3 times, and they've had a little success. Still no big plays, but just trying to get some positive plays.
Well, and to avoid a penalty, it's a vision for less timeout. They had 14 or 11 in the huddle. Number 14, Martin, was running off the field. Let's take a look at your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. After one quarter, it is Ankeny Centennial 7, Indianola 5. In the second quarter, it's Linville Solely 8, Pleasantville 0. Those are the 2 games also in action across our KNIA KRLS airwaves. As we head into the 7:30 hour with kickoffs just starting, it's Pella Norwalk, Knoxville, Newton, and PCM Davis County on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you in building community across the Red Rock area with their locations in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. This is a Vision for Less timeout, improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella to get back in the game. 2nd and 6, Des Moines Christian. And it's 21-0, 6:27 remaining. A Pella Motors game reset. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. The Eagles with 3 successful drives so far. It's Des Moines Christian with their most momentum yet at the Eagles' 43-yard line. Looking to pass. Near sideline, it's dropped. Good throw and idea looking for Theis, who is fairly well covered by Ritzert, but it's incomplete. Maybe a scotch overthrown. It sets up 3rd down.
Yeah, they're kind of looking, like we mentioned, to just go to the air, get that ball out to the edge, see if they can get some playmakers in space. That time, of course, it falls incomplete, but eventually they're going to look for the big shot. They're going to look to go down the field. Maybe it'll be here on 3rd and 6, but Pella Christian's got to be ready and aware on defense in the backfield.
Strawver Cellular Instant Radio Update has Knoxville trailing Newton 8-0. Pass near side on 3rd down is caught, and it'll be a war right near the first down marker, and getting the stop is Deal. Reception was completed to Mum, and Des Moines Christian is 6 of 8 passing, yes, but they have not had a lot of yardage, and that's a 4th failed 3rd down, and now 4th down, and at this point, Lions probably got to go for it.
Yeah, you know, this kind of feels like a big play, as this has probably been the best. This is the best drive the Lions have had, and now on 4th and 2, they got to find a way to keep it going.
Snap will go to Platt in the shotgun. Handoff right side, and they are close, and they should get it. And the handoff goes to Smith, who has 8 yards unofficially on 5 carries, but he's made the most of the last 2 to get a couple of hard-earned first downs here for Des Moines Christian on this series. 1st and 10, they are methodically moving their way up the field after a 4th down conversion. 5:43 remaining, 21-0 PC. Well, stick here with Platt. 2 receivers, far side of the formation. And he'll fumble the ball, and he'll have to fall on it at the 41-yard line. Just slipped right out of his hands, and a big loss of 7 yards.
Man, that's a tough one for the Lions, because they picked up a couple first downs. Or, you know, they get that nice 4th down conversion, feel like some momentum's going. And just, you know, that stinks for the quarterback, is sometimes, you know, you just get a little hyped up, goes to throw the ball back, loses the grip on the ball, and now they lose 7-8 yards, and they feel like that momentum is now in favor of Pella Christian.
So now 2nd and 18 back at their own 41-yard line. Play action fake for Platt. Platt this time will keep the
nice throw.
Fire on the ball, and he gets a good throw, as you mentioned, finding Gavin Phillips cross midfield, and they'll get into Eagles territory, make up that yardage, and set up 3rd and much more manageable. They had 2nd and 18, and now it's 3rd and 5, a gain of 13 yards.
Yeah, that is the best play that Des Moines Christian has had all night, and a really nice job by Platt to throw across his body into the middle of the field and find his favorite target.
Longest series so far for the Lions as they're in Eagles territory for the first time. Play action fake. Platt will go to his left, heaving it into traffic, and there were a lot of hands on it, knocked down, and the one who had his best chance was Colin Vanderwall coming from his cornerback position. It's incomplete, and it's another 4th down, and probably go for it here for Des Moines Christian, down by 3 scores.
Yeah, Platt was looking for Fadden downfield, and Fadden's pretty big. You know, he's 6'3", but that was pretty dangerous throw to just throw that up in the middle of the field, and DMC's probably lucky that one fell incomplete. Really nice pressure from Isaiah Breams at defensive end.
4th and 5, Des Moines Christian at the Pella Christian 47-yard line, trailing 21-0. Play action pass again, a lot of pressure, and the throw goes incomplete, and making the pressure on that one was Isaiah Breams from his right defensive end position. 4th down, no good. Turnover on downs to Pella Christian.
Yeah, Isaiah Breams is really one of those new players who I was kind of excited to see how he fit in this year. Did a nice job there. He's playing defensive end. Pella Christian's had some really nice defensive ends the past couple of years. You think about Luke Mulder, Logan Kelderman, some guys who are in the backfield. Isaiah Breams kind of trying to fill that role, and he makes his presence felt 2 plays in a row there as he's working the left tackle, gets in the backfield, and forces a couple incomplete passes.
This is a PellaMotors.com radio game reset. 4:17 remaining, 21-0. Pella Christian has it at their own 47-yard line. Delivery.com, by the way, is a restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants, including George's, Canaritos, Yomoto, Liberty Street, and more. You can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner. Our fan of the game tonight is Lori Parker, who has won a $10 gift certificate toward her next order. Try Delivery.com this week and listen to our next broadcast to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. This is another Vision for Less timeout. Pella Christian trying to get back on the field. Our score 21-0, 4:17 remaining until the half. And JD, obviously in years past, Pella Christian might think score twice here, but with a more methodical offense, I think they want to take a lot of time off the clock. If that's the case, they're going to take a 50-yard touchdown whenever, JD. But in this scenario, if they're in a closer game, they probably want to play a more methodical style with the team they have, at least on paper.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think they look at the clock right now. They go 4:17. Okay, that's one drive, right? Let's work the whole clock here. Let's get this 53 yards, take all 4 minutes off the clock, and see if they can punch one in here before halftime. But man, it feels like this half is flying by, right? This is crazy.
Well, and Des Moines Christian's only had 3 incomplete passes, so they've been efficient, not a lot of long passes.
Yeah.
Clock has been moving with ease. Over 4 minutes to play. Eagles have a 21-0 lead. Handoff goes right side. This is a new running back inside near the 1st down marker, and that is Cooper Sprunk with his first carry of the season. And Cooper gets 11 yards and the 15th Eagles 1st down.
You know, I always feel like we never give the linemen enough credit, right? Because they're not carrying the ball. But there's a great example. We've talked a lot about Benny Schurz, but Cooper Sprunk goes in there and does a nice job too. And a lot of that is because the linemen are laying really great blocks and creating nice holes for these running backs.
And that offensive line was featured on our Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio preview show. Kak Marinsky with a fake handoff keeper, left side to the 30, and he's one tackle away from pay dirt. Instead, he'll have to settle, and settle being a tongue firmly planted in cheek for 12 yards, and another Eagles 1st down. It may be methodical, JD. This isn't taking a whole lot of time.
Yeah, that's 2 first downs in a row. You mentioned the linemen. You got Toby Steen. You got Owen Menninga working the tackles there. And just really great holes. Kak Marinsky's athletic. He's explosive. He's able to hit that hole and pick up 10, 12 yards in a hurry.
And that feature, by the way, should also be at KNIACableS.com. Swing pass. Here is Cooper Sprunk, near side 30, cuts it upfield, spin move, and he is right on the door of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, just shy of the 20. It'll set up 2nd and short after a gain of 9 yards through the air from Kak Marinsky to Cooper Sprunk.
You got a couple receivers out there who maybe aren't catching the ball all that often, but they were just jacked up right there about making good blocks. And I think that's a sign of a good culture about guys who are trying to help their teammates out by doing the little things well.
Pella Christian has it 2nd and 1.
Boy.
Jet sweep, and Peyton Ritzert is met firmly in the backfield by Ty Andrews. Well-timed blitz and good patience by number 10 Andrews, the junior, and that is a huge loss of 7 all the way back to the 27-yard line, making a loss of 6.
Yeah, there's been a couple nice blitzes by those linebackers. DMC's got a good crew of linebackers, and that time they actually were able to make the play. As a couple times they just squirted away from them a little bit, but that was a big play for the Lions.
Sets up the Eagles' third down of the night. Isaac Kack, and a late whistle, very late whistle on that far sideline. It took a long time to get it. They allowed a couple of seconds of that play to go before the flag eventually came out, but regardless, it is the 3rd procedure call on Pella Christian and making this 3rd down a lot more difficult. Back now to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, this is tough, right? You got 3rd and 12. You're probably trying to pick it all up. One of the interesting things that I'm kind of looking forward to is seeing, they're going to haul out Jack Fancher if we get to a 4th down and go for the field goal. I wouldn't mind seeing that a little bit, but we'll see what happens here on 3rd down.
3rd and 12. That probably should have been a motion call. It's not. It's a far sideline reception caught near the 30-yard line, and then there's a flag near the point of contact. So Jack Fancher got the reception, and now we hold firm to see what the call is far side.
Yeah, block in the back.
So an illegal block in the back. And I imagine at this point Des Moines Christian may want to punish PC yardage-wise.
Yeah.
Because 4th and 10 is very doable for PC, and now it sets up 3rd, and depending on the spot, it was a 9-yard penalty. So the 4th Eagles penalty, 3 of which have come all here in the 2nd quarter with 1:57 until the half. They do get the extra down, does PC. It's now 3rd and 19, and Coach Kack, or somebody, was a trainer.
Field, yeah.
So something on the field. 3rd and 19.
Yeah, I think now you're thinking, all right, let's try to pick up 10 yards and make this manageable. Because I don't know if we even had a 19-yard player from Pella Christian, as most of their big plays have been about 15.
Blitz is coming up the middle. Kack drops the snap, and this will turn into our first Eagles punt of the new season. And the snap was dropped. It was Ty Andrews and Tate Platt both bringing pressure. And we get a whistle and a timeout. Des Moines Christian, a Vision for Less timeout, as now they're thinking to get on the board before the half. And they will receive the opening half kickoff.
All right, yeah, it's too bad because the Eagles have been so solid so far here in the first half. And now I would say those last 2 plays, you look at that screen pass where there was a block in the back, the timing was just a little bit off. And of course the bobbled snap that loses about 3-4 yards. Probably the 2 worst plays that Pella Christian's had all night. You wonder how much fatigue is setting in on an early night. It's kind of a hot night here. The guys are getting tired, right? They're not used to this pace over and over. There's been a lot of offensive plays, and that's wearing the Eagles down here a little bit. And you see a little momentum coming to Des Moines Christian as they're excited to get that stop.
So this will be 4th and a mile, and likely the time we'll see Trevor Veenstra here. They're in Des Moines Christian territory still at the 47, so a chance to pin the Lions at least back deep. There's 1:38 remaining. By the way, our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show is coming up. We'll go inside the numbers, delivered by Pella Fiber. Take a look at your second half adjustments, presented by DeYoung Door Service. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors. Marion County Bank with our radio scoreboard. It's Pella Norwalk tied at 7, 2:39 remaining in the first. Linville Sully running away with it over Pleasantville early. 2 block punts and a 20-0 lead over Pleasantville. High snap, and this is going to be a huge play here for Des Moines Christian unless Trevor Veenstra can really turn something in special here near sideline. He'll take a 20-yard over his head snap, and he'll lose 7 yards in the stat sheet. But that was a huge play for Veenstra.
Yeah.
Still great field position for Des Moines Christian, but 3 really poor plays for the Eagles in a row.
Man, football is a funny sport sometimes because that was both a terrible play for Pella Christian and a really nice play by Trevor Veenstra, because I was thinking just fall on it, right? Don't make it any worse than it already is. Because like you said, that snap had gone at least 20 yards over his head. It looked like DMC might have the ball at the 20. And, Veenstra was able to turn it upfield for about 20 yards. So a disaster, but not quite as bad as maybe it could have been. But DMC set up well.
Des Moines Christian with Platt in at quarterback and some momentum, looking to throw. He's under pressure. Far side, it's caught inside the 30. Shifty moves here in the open field by Gavin Phillips.
No doubt, there's momentum, right? Momentum's a funny thing. Great play there. Gavin Phillips a little shaky after that catch. Really nice job to get upfield.
And he'll get huge gain to the 28-yard line. Pass near side. The quick passing game has been working for now. It's Smith who drops it, though, and another flag in the backfield. And a lot of conversation here, and a personal foul, roughing the passer, called on Pella Christian.
Yeah, I think it was Breams there who got in the backfield and kind of went after the quarterback pretty high. And, of course, you know, high school football is trickle down from the top, right? They're going to protect the quarterbacks, as they should, right? I mean,
right.
I played a little quarterback. Let's keep those guys healthy. So nice job, or nice little gain, even though it was falling incomplete. They get that 15 yards, and now DMC's in the red zone.
Well, apparently we apologize. Apparently it's Plattee. We go with what we were told initially, but it's Plattee, the quarterback. So thank you. We're not perfect up here. We don't claim to be. 3 receivers far side. Des Moines Christian inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Plattee looking to throw. Inside the 10, he will shift his way inside the 5, and a great open field play, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Des Moines Christian. And just like that, the Lions have turned what could have been a 4-score game, and they're on the board with a minute 02 left here in the half.
Yeah, things look a little bit different now, right? As they got the ball back after that mess up with a high snap, really moved downfield with a nice pass. Then the penalty, which is a huge play, and Plattee does a nice job there of tucking in a run. You can see he's an athlete, right? As he got down the field, was able to avoid a couple Eagles and find his way into the end zone.
So the point after try is coming. This is number 28, Gianna Bennett. Oof.
Smoked it.
And it's right through. Great. That's a huge leg.
Yeah.
So it is 21-7 now. Pella Christian with a minute 2 remaining. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you here on KRLS. And I don't want to make any assumptions, but Gianna, that is not typically a boy's name, yeah, J.D.
You're right.
I think that's probably a safe assumption to make. Yep. That was quite the kick. That was pretty awesome. So,
really nice job.
And we talk now, J.D. here as we're inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We'll hold off until a break because we have our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up. But Des Moines Christian got a little bit of momentum there. A couple of Eagles self-inflicted wounds, a couple of bad snaps, and sometimes that's all it takes. And PC, on paper, not the team that's going to haul this down the field in a minute's time. They obviously can have the ability to score from anywhere on the field, JD, but a little bit of momentum here. PC in a minute, they almost kind of hope to maybe get at least down the field a little bit.
It's crazy how quickly things can change, right? And that's high school sports, and that's why we love it, because you just never know what's going to happen. But for the first quarter and a half, it just looked like Pella Christian was absolutely dominating, and they were every facet of the game. But now Des Moines Christian, as we limp into halftime here, we'll see what happens. But they're gaining some momentum, get up on the board, and now it's just a 2-score game.
High end-over-end kick. Peyton Ritzert will drop it at his own 5-yard line, picks it up on a hop, looking for some space near sideline, and there's not much there at the 16-yard line. That high kick has been really, really useful on a couple of options here for Des Moines Christian. And Pella Christian deep in their own territory at the 17-yard line, 56 seconds remaining. Eagles have a 21-7 lead.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Gianna Bennett is making a case for being a really nice kicker here, as she obviously hits the extra point, but that time throws that ball up high into the air. And that's 2 kick returns from the Eagles, and both times they didn't even get to the 20-yard line. So nice job from DMC.
First drive for PC started at their own 16-yard line. See how aggressive the Eagles are here on 1st and 10, deep in their own territory. Man in motion is Veenstra. Isaac Kakmarinsky on the 5th Eagles series will hand it off to Benny Schurz. Sheds 1 tackle at the 20, bounces it off near sideline, and he'll get out of bounds, stop the clock near a first down at the 26-yard line, gain of 9.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things. If you're Pella Christian, you're going, let's put the ball on the ground. Let's see if we get anything on the first play, and that'll kind of determine whether they decide to be aggressive. I like it, right? Benny Schurz, get out of bounds, and let's see if we could put a drive together here to finish the half.
2nd and 1. Clock stopped at 48 seconds. Eagles with a chunk of 9 yards downfield. Blitz is coming again. Handoff goes to Schurz right side, and he'll be close to a first down. Clock will stop momentarily. Pella Christian does have 2 timeouts left with 43 seconds. They'll rush to the line of scrimmage. Clock now moving with 40 seconds remaining. Cack to pass on first down. Heaves it downfield, and it's nearly caught. Good coverage across the middle by Owen Fadden. Isaiah Breams looked like he would have a good chance at it, and at the last time, a little bit of contact jars it incomplete.
That's really good defense from Des Moines Christian, as they're just playing it safe, as they should, right? They're saying, don't get beat deep, keep everything in front of you. They did that perfectly there, and were there for the pass breakup.
They are trading big blows. 79-yard touchdown pass. Kenton Fuller, 74-yard run. Pella Norwalk tied at 14 in the second quarter. At a Strauver Cellular Instant Radio update, Isaac Kakmarinsky was looking for a home run hit here. He still will. Soars it downfield, has a man, and it's off the fingertips of Colin Vanderwall, who was open. Incomplete. There is a flag on the play near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
an eligible man downfield. 25 seconds remain. Pass is incomplete. So now third down, assuming it's declined, or they will accept the 5-yard penalty.
Looks like it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're probably more concerned about the clock than they are about the time or the down. So.
Yep. And that is the 7th Eagles penalty in the last, really half of the second quarter. 6 of them have come in that time frame. 4 wide receivers set for Isaac Kakmarinsky. Lions showing blitz. And they will bring 4. Cack, pump fake. He's in some trouble. Under duress. Near sideline, runs it out of bounds. And it's now third down with 20 seconds remaining. And there's just not a lot of comfort right now for the Eagles in their passing game.
No, I mean, that's one of the things that you're kind of looking for. You know, Isaac Kakmarinsky's had a couple great years playing quarterback, but he's also had the benefit of throwing it up to some big-time receivers who can go up and catch the ball. You think of Eric Mulder, Drew Geedings, Bennett Sprunk. Shout out to those guys if they're listening. But, you know, now it's a little bit of a different group, and he's got to find some rhythm with some new receivers, and that's been a struggle so far.
3 receivers, far side of the formation for Isaac Kakmarinsky. Fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself, right side of the 40. He's a home run hitter. Down the sideline at the 50. Stays on his feet at the 40. And he's out of bounds at the 32-yard line with 10 seconds remaining. That's what Isaac Kakmarinsky can do. He took 3rd and 14 and turned it into a long first down gain of 32 yards.
It gives me shades of Isaac Kakmarinsky at Cardinal last year. I heard it in the intro when Tyler Crabb's just losing his mind off one of the most crazy plays I've ever seen at the end of the half. That wasn't quite that, but it is a big play, the biggest play Pella Christian's had, and now they're in field goal range, so we'll see what they do here on first down. A long field goal range, I should say. They got timeouts, though.
33-yard line, 2 timeouts, 10 seconds remaining. Blitz is coming up the middle. Here's Kakmarinsky. Plenty of time. Heaves it toward the end zone. Has a man. Ritzert. The pass is dropped. Oh, no. Wide open was Peyton Ritzert, and he had a touchdown slip right through his fingertips on a perfect throw from Isaac Kakmarinsky.
Shoot, he's kicking himself for that one. You know, he's got to keep his head up. There'll be more opportunities to make those plays, but you're spot on. I mean, he had that one. He's in the end zone, ready to make this, you know, turn the momentum once again, but wasn't able to control it. And he's going to have to shake that one off because there's more opportunities coming.
So the only real unfortunate thing about that, JD, is it takes 6 seconds off the clock. Yeah. And, you know, Peyton's going to have some big plays this year, there's no doubt, but that one's a little bit of a gut punch because that was a gimme touchdown, and now it's second down, and Pella Christian right now at this point, JD, has a choice. They try a 50-yard field goal, which I think is a little bit out of Fancher's range. Wind is in his face a little bit. Or do they try again and take another shot, knowing this time DMC is probably going to have 6 or 7 guys back in the end zone?
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a tough call with that. I think considering the fact that you got behind the defense and you made that opportunity, you probably say, hey, let's put it in the air again. We almost did it last time. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Although it would be kind of fun to trot Fancher out there for a 50-yarder, right? But it does look like they're going to go for it. I would expect a bomb to the end zone, but like I mentioned, I also wouldn't throw out the idea of Kakmarinsky putting his head down and seeing if he can maneuver his way to 6.
Well, coming off of a Vision for Less timeout, 4 seconds remaining. Pella Christian has a 21-7 lead on Des Moines Christian. Last play likely of the half. Cack is going to go under center for a second and 10. 13 seconds on the play clock, 5 wide receivers. Cack under some pressure, has a man in his face right away, sheds it, Right sideline, going to the end zone, has a man open. It's Ritzer. It's intercepted, underthrown big time by Isaac Kakmarinsky, and an interception will take us to halftime. So our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show, Eagles have a 21-7 lead. We'll have more after this, live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Family medicine physician at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, and I'm accepting new patients. Keeping you and your family healthy is important to me. Whether it be well child exams, chronic disease management, or preventive care, trust me with one of the most important things in your life, your family's health. To schedule your appointment with me at the Knoxville Hospital Clinic, call 641-842-7211.
Hey, this is Ashley at Brown Shoe Fit Pella. We have a lot of new shoes and bags arriving daily at Brown Shoe Fit Pella. Our Born, Soft, and Riker shoes and booties are coming in daily. We have also received the latest shoes from OnCloud and Hoka, and they look and feel amazing. Did you know Brown Shoe Fit Pella has Vera Bradley, Bagolini, Sherpani, and Hobo bags? No matter what style you are looking for, we have it. Brown Shoe Fit Pella, located on the south side of the square, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6, and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4.
Hi, this is Tim Tigernheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I love watching football and I love going to football games. Like many of you, I'm a huge fan of the Dutch, the Eagles, and the Central Dutch. If you're looking for a quick meal on your way to the game or a tasty treat when it's over, stop into Culver's in Pella. We'll make you a fresh, never frozen burger just how you want it, one of our famous concrete mixers, or any of our other great menu items. We're locally owned and involved in your community. Culver's Restaurant in Pella.
When it comes to your broadband connection, numbers definitely matter. With Pella Fiber, every residential customer gets gigabit speeds for only $75 per month. That's not a special, that's the everyday low price for all Pella Fiber residential customers. Pella Fiber is your community-owned, fiber-only broadband provider, so their only priority is you. They don't do data caps or throttling, so your last download of the month is as fast as your first. Visit PellaFiber.com today to learn more. That's PellaFiber.com.
At Hy-Vee, we're home of the best beef in America. Our quality beef comes exclusively from core-fed cows on family farms in the Midwest, and only about 6 out of 100 cattle meet our strict specifications. We want you to enjoy the best beef in America. So every Monday in September is Mega Meat Monday, where we'll give you 20 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card for every $20 you spend on meat, deli, cheese, and seafood. Take advantage of Mega Meat Mondays every Monday in September at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Since launching our Prez Listing Advantage in 2018, area home sellers have saved over $750,000 by working with Pella Real Estate Services compared to a 6% commission. I'm Brett Staten, and that savings is one way we're investing in lives through real estate. The average seller saves about $5,000 for their nest egg or to put towards their next purchase. If it's time to sell, let us help you save money by calling 628-1BUY for Pella Real Estate Services.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn & Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today, or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
And welcome to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front-end work, there's no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella at Central Tire and Auto. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you here as Pella Christian a 21-7 lead. And J.D., as we go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, it was a really, really good first half overall for PC, but things picking up for DMC. We'll talk about that in a second. First downs, 18-5 in favor of the Eagles. 32 carries for Pella Christian, 232 yards, just 19 on 8 carries for Des Moines Christian. Passing yards even so far about 43 for the Eagles. 46
Week
for
one.
Des Moines Christian, yeah.
Hey, you know what? You're afforded these things on week one.
Hey, we are.
The rest of the season, get it together, Andrew.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Time of possession, 16:29 to 7:31 in favor of PC, but 6 penalties for 44 yards for the Eagles been a big difference here. Isaac Kakmarinsky, 13 carries, 125 yards. Benny Schurz, 15 for 107. Cooper Sprunk, 1 for 11 there. Kakmarinsky, 5 of 8 passing for 43 yards. Tate Platte, 7 of 11 for 46 yards throwing for Des Moines Christian. That's Inside the Numbers, delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. We're going to check our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard as we got a lot coming in here. Linville Sully 20, Pleasantville nothing here at the half. Newton 24, Knoxville 0. That's 11:03 in the second quarter. 14-14, Pella and Norwalk tied at the end of the first quarter there as well. And yet to have a PCM update from down the way with Perry Bell and Mike Effner. And JD, let's go ahead and take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service and Pella Christian. First quarter and a half looked like this was going to be 35-0 continuous clock. Credit DMC, they've played much better, but the Eagles have opened the door with some self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, you know, this is an interesting game, as it kind of looked like at the beginning of the game that PC was doing everything that they wanted, that they were going to be able to run away with this one. But credit the Lions. I thought they did an awesome job of responding. Looked like they made some adjustments there at the end of the second half as they were going to the air a little bit more, slowing the Eagles down on the ground just enough to make a couple plays here and there. And when you think about what the Eagles need to do coming out of the half, I think they're going to look to slow down the passing game from Des Moines Christian. You mentioned it, that they haven't ran the ball very well, so they got to find a way to slow that down. And, of course, you look at the penalties. I think that's been a big part, and it always plays a big role in these early season games. But both teams probably want to clean things up a little bit on both sides of the ball.
Your second half adjustments are presented by the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is a brand new garage door from DeYoung Door Service. Andrew Schneider and JD Bohr coming to you here, where we're a few minutes away from the second half. 8:29 still on our clock here as we get ready for the second half. And it looks like for our video audience on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, a little bit of flag football action and maybe some future Eagles that are on the field here, JD.
Yeah, you love to see it. You know, these kids are probably jacked up about a chance to get on the field. Really fun for these guys.
We'll see. I got some, it's hard to keep track of the score here and all the action that's going on the field, but a few things going on. We just had the Pella Christian Shine dance team. We know at some point, too, we will have the Marching Eagles trying to grow their band program coming up here as well. See how that shakes out on Eagle Lane after their first competition last year, their first Division I rating. Excited to see all the programs growing over here on Eagle Lane. We're going to step aside for a commercial timeout and have more of your Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. When we come back, it's Pella Christian leading Des Moines Christian 21-7 live on the KRLS 2 stream and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
And techniques have been vastly improved. Modern-day construction makes for versatile buildings used for housing, commercial use, or storage. Dutch Mill Supply is your pole barn specialist.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we know how important it is for athletes to heal properly so that they can continue making plays and staying active. We pride ourselves in providing top-notch care for athletes of any age. Whether you're the quarterback for a local team, a leisurely runner, or somewhere in between, we've got you covered at Kinetic Edge. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose Kinetic Edge. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or at 621-0230.
Let's address it. Interest rates are rising, but Community First Credit Union is here to tell you we think it's still a great time to buy or refinance your home. Right now, for qualifying mortgages, C First is giving up to $2,000 off closing costs. We offer quick turnaround times, local lenders, and an easy online application. We're here to help. It's a limited time offer. Get details and apply today at c1stcu.com/home. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval. Equal housing opportunity.
Hi, this is Lonnie DeSwart, Petroleum Department Manager at Two Rivers Co-op, inviting you to fill up with gas at Pella's only locally owned gas station. Our Carsville location in Pella is open 24 hours a day, pumping Cenex top-tier gas, and you don't have to be a member of the co-op to use it. Next time you stop by, make sure to ask for a Two Rivers local card, because when you swipe it at the pump, you'll save 4 cents off every gallon every time you fill up. So if you're fed up with the big chains, fill up at Pella's only locally owned gas station, Two Rivers Cooperative.
Let there be light. Or not. Or maybe just a little light. It's your choice with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Here's Vicki Collette of Oskaloosa, another satisfied Cabinet Design customer.
Mike put these can lights in that room too, and they're all on dimmers, and so we can have as much light or as little light as we want, which has really been handy. We like that.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
At Menninga Pest Control, their slogan is that Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Now Sean wants you to join his team and kill other people's bugs. Menninga Pest Control has an immediate opening for a technician. Whether you're looking for full-time or part-time or even just seasonal, Sean is looking for you. He'll even train you and make sure that you get the proper certification to kill those bugs. Interested? You know the number to call.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Gilchrist Jewett and Pella is your local source for windows from trusted manufacturers including Marvin, Anderson, Gherkin, and Silverline. They also stock and supply the top-of-the-line composite decking materials from TimberTech and Westbury Railings for a relaxing, family-friendly, and minimum maintenance area to enjoy for decades. As always, Gilchrist Jewett welcomes all contractors and homeowners alike for all your quality lumber, building supplies, flooring, cabinets, garage doors, and more in Pella.
And we're back inside our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Andrew Schneider and JD Board coming to you here on the KRLS2 stream at KNIA-KRLS.com. Pella Christian 21, Des Moines Christian 7. We've already gone through our second half adjustments presented by the Young Door Service, but as we come out of the half here, JD, and think about this third quarter, Des Moines Christian starts with the ball, at least barring any crazy turnover, and they have gone to a quick passing game led by Platty, who's their new quarterback, Tate Platty. And they've had a lot of success. They're 7 of 11 through the air. And after a couple drives, there was a bunch of 3- and 4-yard passes. They've quickly turned into 8, 9, 10-yard gains.
Yeah, I think both teams at halftime are probably feeling good about certain things, right? I mean, Des Moines Christians in the half, like you mentioned, they're saying, you know what, we got our pass game going a little bit. We probably found a rhythm. They're saying, hey, we started off a little shaky. That'll happen. You got a new system, new coaches, players in different spots. They've shaken off the rust, and now they're saying, hey, it's time to go. We get the ball back here to start the second half, and they're going to try to make this a one-score game. And on the other side, Pella Christian's saying, all right, boys, let's settle in, right? We started off really well. We've controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part. We had a shaky last couple minutes, but now we need to settle in and make sure that we can do what we did to start the game. So this first drive, I think, is going to be super fascinating to see what these teams come out and do.
Well, and for PC, the other thing they've struggled with offensively has been the free rusher. Des Moines Christian is sent, it's not really a blitzer, but they have 3 down linemen, and somebody's coming from their linebacking core. And Pella Christian has them outnumbered, but David Kakmarinsky, even on their passing plays, JD, has had to avoid somebody right away. And while that's good that you have that athletic of a guy, that often happening and frequently happening, JD, is disruptive, and Pella Christian has not been able to get a lot of consistency with their passing game because of that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that's an interesting point too. Is just these like you said, these linebackers are coming from different spots. They're timing them really well, right? So that's interesting. They're getting maybe the cadence down a little bit. They're finding ways into the backfield. And although this line has done just an excellent job, the Pella Christian line, of run blocking, you see that with the 21 points on the board. They have struggled a little bit in pass protection, and now in a 21-7 game, it's really anybody's ball game as we come out here.
So we do have another Strawber Cellular Instant Radio update, a couple of them, in fact. Indianola 19, Ankeny Centennial 7, approaching halftime there. It's PCM 21, Davis County nothing. Our first update coming from the home of the Mustangs, the Davis County Mustangs, who are hosting PCM tonight. They await Pella Christian coming up next week. And what should be a really special night here, and the longest standing rivalry for Pella Christian's football team. They've played PCM, JD, every single year since the program has started, and it's natural.
Yeah.
I mean, they're close in size. Pella Christian's one of the bigger 1As. PCM has grown into a fairly sizable 2A, but it's been extremely competitive across many of the sports, and that's the longest running rivalry for PC football coming up next week, and there's a special meaning behind that, of course. We've talked about it at a pregame with Ryan Nadelborg, a big fundraiser. Ryan and his family are from Prairie City, so a lot of fundraisers that have been going. There'll be a lot going on right back here on Eagle Lane next week.
Yeah, you know, that'll be great to see. And, yeah, I mean, it's fun, too. When you look at Pella Christian's schedule, I think the beginning of the season stacks up kind of well as you got some good non-district opponents. And we'll get a taste of what the Eagles are going to be made of early on this year.
Then it's Panorama, I believe, in week 3, and then jumping back into Eagle Lane here in week 4. It'll be me and JD as Van Buren comes to town. So as it stands, Pella Christian versus Des Moines Christian. Our score is 21-7 as we wrap up our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. It has turned into a perfect weather evening here on Eagle Lane. It's scenic as always with the cornfield behind us and Laley, North America's new building. JD, it's opening day. We've had our opening day technical issues up here and all the above, which has not been uncommon for us. It's how it goes when you take a few weeks away. But it's just, I think, really fun to be back at football. As you said, it kind of creeped up a little faster. Summer in Pella ended a little bit later with a lot of the in-town celebrations and with the baseball team from Pella going to state. And here we are, JD, week 1, and we're an eighth of the way through the regular season, as weird as it sounds. And there's a lot of game that will have been played in terms of the overall season and a lot written here tonight. And obviously in the overall standings, does this matter for the postseason? No, but it's a huge test for, I think, both these teams. Pella Christian fancies themselves a contender to get to the Dome this year in 1A, and Des Moines Christian with a new coaching staff, including some Pella greats, Carter Terpstra, Garrett Jansen on the sideline, looking to prove themselves.
Yeah, you know, you love week 1, right? There's so much optimism in week 1. Both sides are feeling like, hey, we got a chance to do this, and there's going to be a lot played out here in the second half. But, yeah, you said it. I mean, it's a scenic scene. I mean, this is Iowa high school football, right? You got the cornfields in the background. We don't have the combines yet going, but eventually we'll get the combines going in the background. It just feels like awesome Iowa high school football. Both of these teams are certainly excited. Looks like, you know, both have good numbers in their programs, right? So they're feeling good about the future as well. But a lot of optimism on both sides. I think the first half showed why both teams should be optimistic leading into the rest of the season. But we're going to learn about these teams here in the second half to see what they're made of as well.
And we'll have our fresh quarter clocks here in just a second, live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the KRLS 2 stream here tonight. Got a good one across town as well. Pella versus Norwalk was tied at 14 after one quarter. That's an explosive Class 4A matchup, and a Pella football team that is looking to make the jump. It was the first time, JD, in 15 years that Jay McKinstry was not in the playoffs, and it was in a tougher district, mind you, in 4A with the likes of Cedar Rapids Xavier and Cedar Rapids Washington, new class, and a team that didn't have maybe some of the firepower of his old teams, but Pella trying to return to form across town. There should be a lot of fun football here in the Tulip City these next 8 to 9 weeks.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the good athletes, right? There's good athletes. You got good senior classes leading both groups. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how things shake out across the year.
A pivotal drive awaits us here as we start the third quarter of action. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you from Pella Christian High School. We're live on Eagle Lane on the KRLS2 stream and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Let's see what Tate Platty and the rest of this Des Moines Christian offense can do after a big end of the second half where they were able to close the gap a bit here on Pella Christian. The Eagle student section fired up. It is packed here tonight, as you would imagine. 5 home games this year for Pella Christian due to the Van Buren forfeit a year ago. So a lot of opportunities for this community to see maybe one of Class 1A's best teams. And the kick is up in the air. Our second half opening kick, as always, presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Near sideline, here's Phillips. He has some space at the 30. Shake and bake at the 40. And outside and out of bounds near midfield. A breakdown on kick coverage. A great return by Phillips. And Des Moines Christian threatens to start this third quarter.
Man, I tell you what, he made just a couple plays in the first half, but Gavin Phillips can really scoot. You saw it there. You know, when I saw him return the kick, I thought, oh boy, the Eagles better be ready to cover him. He just made one nice cut. As Noah Nunnikoven tried to set the edge, he got inside of him and scooted down the sideline, sets the Lions up in great position to start this second half strong.
All Mustangs of the PCM variety, 28-0, still in the second quarter. Perry Bell, the legendary newspaper reporter, and Mike Effner, a great newspaper reporter for Harlan, are 2 newbies on the staff this year. 3 wide receiver set for Platty on 1st and 10. Handoff in the backfield and a huge loss. Trevor Veenstra right through the left side of the offensive line, loss of 5.
I think Trevor Veenstra was ready to take that handoff and just ended up tackling the runner in the process as he got into the backfield in a hurry. And a 5-yard loss is not what the Lions were looking for as they were trying to get off to a good start here this drive.
Wind has started to pick up out of the southeast, by the way. So interesting to see how that plays here. A little more of a wind advantage for PC in the third quarter. Platty, pump fake, second down. He's in some trouble. He'll shed a couple of tackles in the backfield, rolls out to his left, fires downfield, and that pass is intercepted. Intercepted. What a sliding catch made by Colin Vanderwall, and the first interception of the new year for the Eagles.
We talked about it in the pregame about how important turnovers are, and we went a whole half of high school football without a turnover. That doesn't happen very often. But here, right as we get started in the second half, Platty used his athleticism, got out of the pocket, and just got a little bit too aggressive, tried to make a throw down the field. Nice job by Colin Vanderwall. Good coverage, makes the sliding grab, and sets up the Eagles' offense.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Pella Christian, 21-7 lead as we start the third quarter. 11-12 remaining. Eagles on offense, 18 first downs. They have dominated the possession thus far. 16.5 minutes to 7.5 in the first half. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarian.
First down snap, handoff goes to Benny Schurz. Whole left side, cuts it up right through the middle of the Lions defense, and he's dragged down just shy of the 40 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, that time Schurz is following Colton Voss, Elliot Menning, a couple guards on the offensive line. Doesn't get a lot there, but a 5-yard gain. Just kind of commonplace for what the Eagles are trying to do here offensively. Just work that ball down the field.
Benny Schurz had 3 first half touchdowns on our PellaMotors.com game reset. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Handoff goes to Schurz again, sheds a couple tackles in the backfield. Juke step, he's in open space at midfield, has one man to beat at the 40, stays on his feet, has one man now to beat as he cuts far sideline to the 20. Stiff arm, still going, all the way down to the 10, and inside to the 7-yard line. Benny Schurz rumbles and stumbles for a huge gain inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
All right, Andrew, I've given the offensive line a lot of credit, but that was Benny Schurz. That was a fantastic play. It looked like he might have lost a couple yards. He sheds a blocker, sheds a couple more 20 yards down the field. He's stiff-arming guys 30 yards down the field, and just a huge gain. Awesome run there from Benny Schurz.
57 yards for Benny Schurz. It's 1st and goal Eagles inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, leading Des Moines Christian 21-7. Handoff goes to Schurz, and he'll put the exclamation point on this drive. 6 for the Eagles, touchdown Pella Christian. Benny Schurz has the Al Bundy 4 scores tonight.
Yeah, all right, so you got a nice senior class here from Pella Christian, seniors all over the field. But this drive was about the junior Benny Schurz as he broke a ton of tackles on a great 57-yard run and just makes that 9-yard run look easy. His 4th touchdown of the game. Big response there from the Eagles.
The interception turns into pay dirt as Benny Schurz over 160 yards on the ground. The point after is up from Fancher, and he is 4 for 4 from the kicking position. By the way, when the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. That is our second Raise the Roof moment of the game. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr. Our video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel tonight is presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. Also, a big shout out to our partners at Pella Fiber, our Inside the Numbers. We are on TV tonight, both Pella and Pella Christian, on the Pella Fiber TV. So if you have Pella Fiber Internet, you have to sign up for Pella TV. You can have live Pella and Pella Christian Eagles and Dutch football coming right to your home. Beyond the YouTube channel, if you just want it on your TV, thanks to our partners at Pella Fiber. Our score is 28-7, Pella Christian. 10:06 remaining here in the third, and the Eagles a huge response, and now Des Moines Christian really in dire straits.
You know, Andrew, we talked about kind of the changes of Pella Christian, that the past couple years have been a lot of big plays, looking to put the ball in the air, make those big plays through the air. This season, it looks like it's going to be a lot on the ground, not huge chunk plays. But, man, it's fun when you can have them, right? I mean, that was a fun play there from Benny Schurz to have the nice 57-yard run. And now, again, that momentum shifts back in the Eagles' favor as they're up 3 scores, kicking off here to the Lions. But I love a nice big play there. That's fun.
Had quite a few. Isaac Kakmarinsky had a nice long run near the end of the second half as well. Fancher's kick is a low line drive, this time not returnable, and not good news for PC, as it is illegal procedure on the Eagles, and good starting field position here for the Lions of Des Moines Christian. 28-7 Eagles after the kick goes out of bounds. And you don't blame PC. That's where the last drive, I suppose, you know, it's better to have it at the 35 or whatever as opposed to the 50, but still the Eagles have a few things to work on with their special teams here, and that isn't usually unusual here this time of the season.
No doubt. You know, different styles. We saw the Des Moines Christian kicker really put the ball up in the air and try to get the coverage team down there. Fancher and the Eagles, he likes to line drive them and see if he can get them into the end zone for a touchback. That one, he really kicked pretty well, but just kind of squirted out of bounds, and that means the Lions start at the 35-yard line.
Do have some Strawver Cellular instant radio updates. Newton 24, Knoxville 7 approaching the half. It's Norwalk 20 with a 99-yard drive and a missed PAT 20-14 over Pella. We have a whistle, and Des Moines Christian excited about the flag. This could be the 8th penalty now on PC, and it is offsides.
Yeah, they went hard count there. I don't think we've seen a lot of hard count. It's kind of hard to tell from up here, but that time it works. Gives them 5 yards, and now they're at the 40. By the way, did that rule change when the ball goes out of bounds? I always thought in high school you got out at the 40.
May have. It was at the 35.
Yeah, it's different, I think.
So Pella Christian, 1st and 5 now for Des Moines Christian. Platty will fake the handoff, fire downfield, and that is in trouble in traffic. Incomplete. A couple of converging defensive backs there. Vanderwall was the closest. Benny Schurz, who's been very busy. Also, dangerous throw there by Platty as he was looking on the far sideline for his receiver, Owen Fadden.
Yeah, you know, Platty's a nice athlete. I know he played a role for them as a sophomore on the basketball team. He looks like a baseball player because that dude can sling it, and that was really he put a lot on that throw, even though he was into coverage. 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to Smith. He'll cut it back and spin through one tackle before he's spun down by Joe Deal. Yeah, that's the speed. I think Pella Christian likes their speed at linebacker. It was Isaac Kakmarinsky who was there at first. Just kind of wraps him up, but he was squirting away. Joe Deal was there quickly to put an end to that run. And now you get another big 3rd down here from DMC. 3rd and 7. Des Moines Christian has just converted 2 third downs in the game so far. They'll come out in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers stack on the near side. 3rd and 3. Platty under pressure. Kakmarinsky nearly gets home, and the throw is incomplete. That's all that Platty could do to avoid the sack. He just had to find somebody, and he overthrows Gavin Phillips near sideline, and a 4th down decision coming again here for DMC, who's now, 1 of 6 on 4th down. They did convert a 4th down on that touchdown drive. Yeah, I think you kind of have to go for it, right? You're down 3 scores. You've shown that you can move the football. It does look like they're going to go for it, and this is a big play here in the 3rd quarter as DMC is just trying to keep a drive alive. 4th and 3. Platty in the shotgun. Now a pistol formation. Has 2 running backs and back to shotgun again. 3 receivers in the set.
4 down linemen for the Eagles, bringing pressure at Smith, and he is swallowed up whole near the line of scrimmage. No gain. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to pick out the Eagles that were there. I see Cooper Spronk. I see Isaac Kakmarinsky, and it looks like Peyton Ritzert as that handoff was going nowhere. The Eagles sniffed that one out, get the turnover on downs, put the offense back on the field, and that momentum is clearly in the Eagles' favor at this point.
And the Eagles on this drive, I know there's still plenty of time left, 9:14 remaining here in the third quarter, but it's starting to feel like it's getting down to the wire here for Des Moines Christian. A 4-score lead's probably too much to overcome.
Yeah, they're going to need their defense to step up. They have to find a way to slow down the running game, as Benny Schurz has just been running all over the field and obviously had a great drive to start the second half.
Benny Schurz over 160 yards rushing, in case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. 4 touchdowns. And the handoff goes to Schurz again. He'll shed 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and he's finally dragged down just shy of the first down. A hard-fought 9 yards as Schurz continues to pound and ground it.
You know, one of the things in high school sports is you got to go to what you have, right? You can't recruit athletes to fit a certain system. And we see that from Coach Cack, as this offense is different. It's not the same as it was a year ago. And one of the things that I really like is they're using Trevor Veenstra as a motion man, almost like a fullback. He is leading, blocking almost all of these running plays and creating some nice holes.
Veenstra checks out on this play. In is Vanderwall, and this time the new running back is Peyton Ritzer, and he'll lose 3 yards.
Yeah, that's Dutch Phillips. We've talked about him before, making some nice plays on defense. Does it again there. That stinks if you're Pella Christian, because 2nd and 1 is really a fun position to be in. That you might look to make a shot play, or you can still go to the ground. That's twice now that play has been wrapped up in the backfield.
So 3rd and 6 now. They'll call it a loss of 5. 3 receivers right side for Cack. He'll fake it himself. Patient run left side. Now burst of speed down the sideline, and he'll look to either stumble or was tackled. Either way, he gets plenty for the first down inside the 30 to the 27, and was maybe an inch away from a score there.
Yeah, just enough to get the first down, too, as they fake that little sweep to Schurz. Obviously, the defense is respecting number 31 on the field right now. But number 3 can tuck it and run, too. Does a nice job cutting that thing upfield and picking up a first down.
28-7, Pella Christian leads Des Moines Christian. Still 7:46 left here in the third. But the Eagles are knocking down the door again on the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. And maybe more here as they shift some personnel.
Yeah, running against the play clock here under 5 seconds.
Cack gets the snap off, hands it off to Schurz. Good block on the left side, cuts it through an open hole that left side of the line, and Veenstra kicking out a linebacker gets it right at the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, a gain of 8.
Yeah, I believe he's working behind the Meninga brothers there as Elliott and Owen, the left guard and the left tackle there, really spur a nice hole, get 7 yards. Again, just that consistent drive building is really a new thing for Pella Christian. It's something that they're going to rely on here this year.
2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line are the Eagles. Inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone with a 28-7 lead over their rivals from Des Moines Christian. Cack has 2 receivers this time, 2 tight ends, Deal and Veenstra. Benny Schurz cuts it right side. He's inside the 15 with a first down and a little more as he's just outside the 10-yard line. Another Eagles first down, and JD, by my count, now number 21 on the night.
Man, just a lot of consistent offense. That time it's Landon Mumm, who plays free safety for Des Moines Christian. He makes the tackle, and he's made a lot of tackles tonight. He's a really nice player. But when your free safety's making a lot of tackles in the run game, that's advantage Pella Christian. It means the blocks up front are doing their job.
So it is 1st and 10 at the 11 of Des Moines Christian. Pella Christian has a 3-score lead over the Lions. This time the fake to Schurz. Play action. Rolling out. Kakmarinsky decides to pull it down and get a few yards.
Yeah, again, he shows that ability. Nothing really there. They like to go play action, give Isaac the opportunity to either throw it or run it. And, you know, Isaac, he's still really working his way back from an off-season hip surgery. So it's good to see him still have that explosiveness, be willing to tuck the ball down and take some hits. And it looks like he's really returned to his old self.
2nd and 8 from the 9-yard line. This time Schurz met in the backfield, stays on his feet, looking for touchdown number 5, and he'll find it. 6 for the Eagles, touchdown Pella Christian. What else can you say about the young man named Benny Schurz?
Come on, Benny. He shakes a couple blocks, and we've mentioned it before that he is a long dude. What do they got him listed as?
6'3".
That's probably not enough. In basketball, we'll bump that up a couple inches, right? But he uses that length again near the goal line. He falls forward. He's able to stretch that ball out, put another 6 on the board. Big night here for Benny Schurz.
So Isaac Kakmarinsky had 38 touchdowns a season ago, and Benny Schurz is trying to break that pace.
Yeah.
He's currently on pace in the regular season for 40. We'll see if he gets there. The PAT is good. It's 35-7. It's all Eagles inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 5:36 remaining.
There's a view of at least one TV at every seat. Come play, drink, and eat at the new Smash Park in Pella.
The City of Pella reminds residents of the lawn maintenance regulations. City code states that growths of grass or weeds in excess of 8 inches shall be determined a nuisance. It is also unlawful to deposit grass or lawn debris into a street or alley. Property owners are also responsible for trimming tree limbs and shrubs that may overhang streets and sidewalks. City staff would like to encourage everyone to do their part in abiding by the regulations, which will help keep our community safe and looking its best. This message has been brought to you by the City of Pella.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you from Eagle Lane, where it's all Eagles now. Pella Christian 35, Des Moines Christian 37 here in the third quarter still, as PC trying to break this one open as Fancher set to kick this one away. It's been the Benny Schurz show, 5 touchdowns for Benny Schurz, the running back. This kick is a squibber, goes far side, and this time will go into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, I think that's what Jack Fancher's trying to do as he kind of squibs it out there. Really nice kick. I see Coach Cack out there giving him a fist bump. Some of these guys are busy. They're playing both sides of the ball. They're playing special teams. Jack Fancher is one of them, but that's one of the things he does best right there.
So Des Moines Christian will have 80 yards to try and get back on the board here. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. As we had a whole lot to tell you about. Thank you to all of our sponsors joining us for this football season. It's been great to have the full list back again, many returning, some new ones. We heard the ad maybe just a second ago from Smash Park Pella, the new restaurant and entertainment complex on the west side of town, and many others. Thank you to them. Snap was dropped. Throw far side goes to Phillips at the 24-yard line, and that's where he is spun down right there. Good open field tackle, and that was on the near sideline, Jack Fancher.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the big things about high school football is tackling, right? You know, can you make tackles? And I've been really impressed with Pella Christian defensively and their physicality and cleaning things up with the tackles. They've done a nice job all night.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Des Moines Christian at their own 23-yard line. Platty to throw. Far sideline. Airmails it. Incomplete. Was looking for number 18, Owen Fadden. That ball was about 3 yards over his head.
Yeah, I think you've seen an adjustment now as Des Moines Christian had some success going to the air with their scoring drive. They started to move the ball a little bit better towards the end of the second half. And I think PC's adjusted to try to take some of that stuff away. And now Des Moines Christian has no choice, right? They have to find ways to move the ball through the air.
So it sets up another 3rd down. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Des Moines Christian's now 1 of 7 on 3rd down tries. Platty in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, fires it downfield, has a man, one-on-one, and Vanderwall undercuts it. It's caught by Fadden. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, and Colin Vanderwall tried to go for the pick. Too aggressive, left his receiver wide open for the long touchdown, 77 yards.
Yeah, sometimes those game day jitters just hit a little bit different. That time, Platty did a nice job. He put that ball up in the air, and really he hit his receiver, Owen Fadden, right in stride. But Vanderwall was there. He just came up a little bit short and didn't read the ball in the air very well. Goes right over his head, and 6 more points there for Des Moines Christian.
And new life for the Lions as they get their yardage. The 77-yard play came on a 3-yard drive. 4:51 remaining here in our third quarter, and the Lions not going down quietly inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. Get paid positions up to $26.05 an hour. All 9 positions will receive a shift differential. Employees will be offered a referral program up to $1,500, weekly pay up to $1,000 weekly, a free 2-year college education for children of employees, compressive benefits, medical, dental, and prescription coverage, paid vacation and holidays, and 401k match, pension, and profit sharing. Apply today here at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIA-KRLS.com. A couple of Strawberry Cellular instant radio updates. Norwalk, a big lead now at the half, 30-14. Did a lot of work in the last 5 minutes or so. It's the Warriors on top of the Dutch there, and it's Linville Sully 20, Pleasantville on the board for the first time. 20-7 that game in the third quarter on KNIA 3. High kick is popped up, and it's caught far sideline for Pella Christian. That's Cooper Sprunk, and again, really nice kick coverage here by Des Moines Christian.
Man, this is a funny game because I think maybe a couple times we've counted the Lions out and they've responded. You know, they're playing their best football with their backs against the wall. They had the big passing play right there to set them up with the 34-14. Obviously, Pella Christian still with the advantage. But the Des Moines Christian Lions are not going to go away quietly and did a really nice job on that kickoff coverage as well.
Live on Eagle Lane. This is a PellaMotors.com game reset. Drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Long third quarter here. 4:46 still remaining. Wow. We've had 3 scores in the quarter. It's 35-14 Pella Christian on their third series of the second half. 2 receivers, 2 tight end set for Isaac Kakmarinsky. Benny Schurz to his right has 5 touchdowns in the game. Handoff will go to Schurz. Good hole on the left side of that offensive line, and he'll ride those linemen to the second level again and get 9 yards on 1st and 10.
Yeah, just another typical run there from Benny Schurz as he follows his blocks, and then when he needs to, he puts his foot in the ground and picks up those 9 yards. I believe he may be down right now. Is that Benny?
And I think it's the C word. The old cramp is what it may be, at least initially, with how he's stretching out his leg. So. Yeah. Not uncommon in the first game, especially for a guy who I have unofficially at 19 carries, and I think he's right at the 200-yard marker, right near it. Unofficially, I have him at about 198. So it's been a busy night for Benny Schurz, and we have another Eagles player down here getting stretched out as well in a Vision for Less timeout where they're improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella. We will step aside for a quick commercial timeout, be back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. You're listening to Eagles football, 35-14 over Des Moines Christian, third quarter.
Blumenhof has everything you'll need to bring your home and garden landscaping to life. With a great variety of trees and shrubs to choose from, you can pick the perfect fall colors and make your yard burst with beauty for years to come. And fall is the perfect time to plant. We also have outdoor garden decor items, indoor and outdoor plants, memorial items to remember that special loved one, and Melissa and Doug merchandise for curious little minds. Be sure to follow De Blumenhof on Facebook. De Blumenhof, get your colors worth.
As we've grown into our new Bruxford's Home Center location in Pella over the last couple of years, we continue filling the space with more products to make your house your home. More furniture, more appliances, more flooring, more bedding. But we need more help. We're hiring for sale associates, both full-time and part-time. If you love working with people and would love to help make their house their home, stop and visit with us about joining our team at Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
Isaac Kakmarinsky, first snap out of the timeout. He's loose at the 40, near sideline 35, to the 30, 20, the 10, the 5, and he will get into the end zone. 6 for the Eagles, touchdown Pella Christian, like a lightning bolt. It's Isaac Kakmarinsky with his first score, 77 yards. We do have a whistle somewhere and a flag on the field. Oh, man. I didn't see it because it was right on the line at the 35, JD.
Initially either, but we finally had that big run from Isaac Kakmarinsky. He scooted from one sideline all the way to the other, turned on the Jets, 68-yard run, and we're all jogging back, right? Such a bummer for the Eagles. You hate to see that if you're a Pella Christian fan, but you do love the explosive offense showing some gears here.
That's all you say about that. You get the exciting call. We come right out of our Vision for Last Time Out. We're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, and instead now it is 2nd and 8 from the 25-yard line. So it wasn't a 77-yard score, excuse me. It was up a little further. It would have been a 69-yard touchdown. That is off the board. Trevor Veenstra, by the way, was also down in that Vision for Last Time Out. He's back on the field. Schurz remains on the sideline for this snap. 2nd and 8, excuse me, after the Eagles' 9th penalty of the night. Isaac Kakmarinsky will hand it off left side. It's Cooper Sprunk trying for a big play. He's past the 35, all the way up to the 39-yard line. First down, Eagles.
You know, one thing that hasn't changed is Pella Christian loves to go into the shotgun. They love the variety that it offers them as they can hand that ball off or they can keep it. It's really hard for the defense to try to defend both players in the backfield when they can both run. And, you know, that's paying off here for Pella Christian. Looks like we see more cramps. I think we're going to see a lot of those here in the second half. First game of the year, hot weather.
A lot of players playing both ways.
Yeah, not to mention since the last break, they ran all the way down the one end line, all the way back because of the penalty. It's been a lot going on here so far.
Well, and it's kind of weird that cramps there's some science to them, obviously, because, you know, that's the world we live in, but it's one of those that's kind of hard to predict oftentimes because we talk a lot about pregame hydration, and you even in basketball season do the same thing. The guys just can't drink a bunch of water game day itself. It needs to be a plan in place, but even then, your most hydrated guys, there's just something about the human body. It's a spasm in your leg, right? And it's a weird feeling. All of us have had them, and they come up sometimes with random guys who do everything all week the right way, and they still happen.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works, but it stinks, right? I mean, it stinks when it's playing a factor in the game.
So 1st and 10 Eagles after another Vision for Less timeout. Cooper Sprunk, another nice gain, this time 4 yards up the right side. And once you get them, JD, it's really, really hard to recover from them and be at 100%. If anyone's had a leg cramp before, there's always almost that lingering, right? Because when you have that spasm in the leg, I'm not trying to be a doctor here, it does make little tears in your muscles. It's almost, it's not quite pulling a muscle, but it certainly feels like it the rest of the night.
Yeah, you know, you see Benny Schurz, it does look like he had a cramp because he's continually stretching that thing out. He wants to get back into the game, but he needs his legs to cooperate in order for that to happen.
He's already done his own work. 5 touchdowns on the night. 35-14 Eagles under 3 to play third quarter. Kakmarinsky tries it right side. A lot of space past midfield into Lions territory at the 41-yard line. A gain of 17 yards and another big chunk on the ground. First down number 24 for the Eagles.
Man, you could see that one coming right from the snap as he faked that handoff. He had linemen pulling out in front of him, a huge hole. You know, he picked up 17. I swear, Andrew, you would have gotten at least 12 with that hole. You know, maybe I give you that 17. I mean, really nice job from the line up front to give him that.
Again, have a feature about the offensive line from the Eagles on our website, kniacableless.com. 1st and 10 Eagles. We've said that a lot here tonight. Kack to pass near side. Has a man. It's Vanderwall. Can't stay on his feet as the pass was just a little wide. And a short gain on the play of 3.
Yeah, again, a lot of work for 3 yards there, but nice catch by Vanderwall. You know, he wasn't able to stay up on his feet and turn up field, as it looks like he's coming up a little bit hobbled on the sideline as well. But still a nice little pitch and catch there from Pella Christian.
Owen Miniga, Elliott Miniga, Mitchell Van Zee, Colton Voss, Toby Steen. Big work tonight on the offensive line, expected all season long. 2nd and 7, Pella Christians. Veenstra back on the field in motion. Sprunk the running back for Isaac Kack. Bennett will get it, or Cooper. I did it first time. Cooper gets it right side, and he'll get a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, you know, He's a really impressive, he's going to be a really nice player for Pella Christian. Just a sophomore. He even had some opportunities last year to make some plays on the field. But you can tell he just doesn't have quite the experience. He wants to hit that hole really hard, where we've seen Benny be patient at times, let things develop, and then hit the hole. He gets a little aggressive.
We are a minute 30 into the third quarter. I got through the volleyball game without any misnames and siblings. Minute 30 is the first Andrew Schneider mistaking younger brother for older brother. Bennett, I'm sure, getting a good laugh up in Northwest Iowa. 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Handoff goes to Cooper Sprunk, and he's met in the backfield again. And this time, no mystery there for Des Moines Christian. They read that one the entire time, and now PC with a decision to make here. 4th down in Lions territory at the 39 with a 3-score lead.
Yeah, it's Joel Bayens there, who's the defensive lineman for Des Moines Christian, was able to swallow that one up on a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 there. Really nice play by DMC to stall this drive. And on 4th down, we'll see what the Eagles come back with.
41 seconds remaining here in the third. It is 4th down Eagles at the Des Moines Christian 39-yard line. In a vision for less timeout to think about this as Pella Christian trying to get back up 4 scores after giving up a 77-yard bomb from Des Moines Christian as Platte found number 18, Owen Fadden. Big play for Des Moines Christian, their biggest of the night. And the Eagles with a huge 4th down here have a decision to make. Do they try to use, it seems like if they're going to call the timeout, I imagine an offensive play here, JD. The other option is to try and pooch punt it and get Des Moines Christian back deep inside their 15 or 10.
Well, let's not forget that the Eagles have punted once. Actually, You know what? They haven't even punted.
They have not punted. They tried.
They tried. The snap went over Veenstra's head. They lost about 10, 15 yards. They probably should have lost about 30 or 40. So I would imagine the Eagles will try to make a play here. Probably something with a rollout for Kakmarinsky if he can tuck it and run and get that 1st down to do it. Otherwise, look downfield for one of his playmakers.
Isaac Kakmarinsky in space may be the play here. We have not yet seen Benny Scher's return after what appeared to be cramps, and he's still on the sideline with some of the coaches, and he's still trying to stretch it out. And that's a new coach, Eric Pingle. If you're a green and white Pella fan who's hopped over during the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show over there, don't adjust your dial. That is a Pingle, longtime Pella family and a great track and field family that has come over as part of a new coaching staff that has former I-35 and Central College standout Braden Egley. Definitely a lot of new faces down there. Mike Boonder, really the only consistent returner, and Coach Cack's new regime, so to speak. And obviously a big chance here, 4th and 8. Pella Christian has it at the Des Moines Christian 39-yard line on the other side of a vision for less timeout, leading 35-14. 3 receivers near side, including Veenstra, Ritzert on the slot side, and number 2, Fancher. Cack rolls out that way, looking to pass, has all day to throw. Far sideline, Ritzert makes the grab. Nice hands that time for Ritzert as he's out of bounds near the 30-yard line for an Eagles 1st down, and you know that Peyton wanted to get his hands on that one.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can see he's excited about that. Of course, he had the unfortunate drop at the end of the first half, but comes back and really a nice grab, good little throw there from Kakmarinsky too. Picks up the 1st down, keeps this drive alive. Nice play there from the Eagles.
Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you live. 1st down on the 4th down conversion here for Pella Christian. 36 seconds remaining and another vision for last timeout. Especially, I think these timeouts are in part, J.D., because the wind is at the Eagles' back here and it's increased quite a bit.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that does kind of play a factor here. I really wasn't thinking about that, but you get into these late game situations. There's a lot of things coaches are thinking about. They probably got players in different spots because of cramps and things like that going on. But yeah, the conditions play a factor too, whether it's wind or this heat that we're facing right now. A lot of things happening here on the field.
Another vision for less timeout. We've told you a lot about some area scores. Not a whole lot going on as we're at halftime. Let's run down your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. PCM 35, Davis County nothing at the half. Norwalk 30, Pella 14 at the half. Linville Sully 20, Pleasantville 7, 6:49 here in the third. That's some Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard action. Newton 32, Knoxville 7. As you're listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. First and 10 Eagles. Ball at the 29-yard line. Handoff goes right side to Cooper Sprunk. Has the edge inside the 25. Sprints all the way inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone right at the 20. A gain of 9 for Cooper Sprunk.
Yeah, he was able to get the edge there. A nice open field tackle from Fadden, who had that touchdown just a couple minutes ago to keep that. Yeah, he didn't quite pick up the first down, but still a nice gain on first.
2nd and 1 inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr. Pella Christian has a 35-14 lead as we are getting near the end of this quarter. Clock stopped as Sprunk went out of bounds with 29 seconds remaining. Cack has 3 to his right, including Trevor Veenstra and the aforementioned Sprunk, who's met in the backfield and will lose a yard. And now the Eagles outside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. 19 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
Yeah, we mentioned it before. Max Kirkman swallowed that one up, and that will probably end the third quarter here.
As we're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr. Fourth quarter coming up. It's all Eagles, 35-14, as they look to ice this one coming up when we come back live on the KRLS 2 stream and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank, member FDIC.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Kamisha Lewis works on third shift as a machinist, and while she wasn't exactly sure what that would entail, it's a lot less stressful than what she expected.
The word may make you be fearful of the job, but it's not a fearful job. It's like, it's just easy flowing. You're not overworking yourself. You're not having to lift a whole bunch of stuff. You have a hoist operator that kind of does everything for you. They deliver the metal to you, to your saw, so all you're doing is just threading it through the machine.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting Vermeer.com.
YouTube channel as we are back here. Pella Christian leading 35-14. Eagles have a 3rd and 2 at the Des Moines Christian 21-yard line, leading 35-14. Another big play, maybe 2 plays here for PC to try and get this first down.
Yeah, you know, we're under the lights now, right? It's fourth quarter. It's Friday night lights. We'll see if the Eagles can put another 6 on the board.
Isaac Kakmarinsky inside the 20 on the keeper, and he will put it in. 6 for the Eagles. Touchdown, Pella Christian. He turns 3rd and 2 into a 21-yard score, and now Isaac Kakmarinsky gets his first touchdown of the new season.
There it is. You know, I think last year against Des Moines Christian, Isaac scored a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, and an offensive touchdown. This time he finally gets on the board. Nice looking run there. Puts another 6 up for the Eagles, and their 6th rushing touchdown of the night.
JD, there's your dagger. It feels like at this point that's a huge one, JD. 4 scores is going to be too much here in this quarter. And Pella Christian off to a nice start and a good answer after that tough end of the second half, and a good answer here as Des Moines Christian jumps off sides to that big play, right? Des Moines Christian, it's 35-7, looks like it's over there. Lions answer, 77-yard play. Now, if they hit 4 of those and Pella Christian doesn't score the rest of the game, then I'll eat my words at this point. But PC right now, it just feels like offensively, even on their drives where they've struggled, they've been methodical. It's been small mistakes. It's just too much, I think, for the Lions here tonight.
Yeah, it's been back and forth a little bit. After that, the Eagles got off to a 21-0 start, right? And from then, it's been back and forth, which I think is a sign of 2 really well-coached teams, that they're working hard. They're still continuing to get better. This time you see the Eagles respond really well.
So on the first play of the quarter, it's Pella Christian's Des Moines Christian 42-14, and it's Isaac Kakmarinsky who puts it in for his first score, as Pella Christian able to use their legs here tonight to great effect. They're well over 300 yards rushing, JD, and that's probably more of the formula. I think the passing game will get better, and they've actually had some, I think, well drawn up plays. There was a drop pass and a pick there at the end of the the half, both of which had an open receiver in the end zone. But again, the bread and butter here for PC is going to be 40, 45 carries between Schurz. It looks like Cooper Sprunk's probably going to get quite a few here throughout the year too, and then Isaac Cack.
Yeah, I think that's something that Pella Christian is going to be looking to improve is that passing game, right? There's always things they got to get better at. That's where the inexperience lies within this team. But it is nice to see the big fellas up front blocking really well, playing hard physical football, and then some of these running backs filling in, doing a nice job, and getting the ground game going for sure. And like you said, that's going to be their bread and butter. That's going to be who they are this year. But I would expect them to round out as the year progresses.
This is a PellaMotors.com radio game reset. Pella Christian 42, Des Moines Christian 14. The Eagles have scored 6 times, 5 of which have come from Benny Schurz, who is a shoo-in, by the way, at this point, for our Hormel Foods Radio key player of the game. His 5-touchdown night, also our key play of the game. Looking for the key to your career, visit HormelJobs.com. That's our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Benny Schurz, 5 touchdowns here tonight. A squib kick, far sideline returnable. It's Carson Tice who gets out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Eagles defense looking for a stop here, JD. They've been a little bit shaky since the first quarter and a half. They haven't been bad, obviously. They've gotten a few stops when they've needed to, but you'd like to see a few things clean up here, especially with some of the first-teamers going down to some cramps and stuff here. It's going to be some second stringers we're going to have to see some improvement from.
Yeah, you see them mixing in some different guys. I think both teams are starting to do that a little bit, especially week one. These guys, it's one thing to condition and practice really hard, but then you got to get out here and play, and especially guys playing both ways. It's tough, so it'll be interesting to see as they mix in different guys what this looks like.
And this is Platty, the quarterback, near sideline, finding Fadden, who had the 77-yard score first time. Didn't quite get that far. He'll get about 11th of the way there, 7 yards. I guess a 10th of the way is the math there for the Lions. Second down coming up.
Yeah, it's Camden Parker there who's rotated in at corner, who was able to wrap him up. But those are the types of plays that Des Moines Christian has had success with tonight.
2nd and 3. Ball is at the Pella Christian, or rather Des Moines Christian 39-yard line. Eagles on defense with a 4-score lead. Low snap Platty. Plenty of time to throw. Now under some duress as some Eagles collide in the backfield. That pass was tipped and nearly picked off. Tipped by Ritzert at about the 40, and then nearly coming up with it in the secondary was Camden Parker, who we've seen on the field quite a bit here tonight.
Yeah, sophomore out there making some plays, which is good to see. I'll tell you what, the most impressive part of that play was Platty getting down to catch the ball from the snap. It was a low snap. I tell you, if I'm standing there at quarterback, that's squirting by me 10 yards behind me, but really nice job by Platty to get it and pick that ball up and not have a terrible play for them.
Landon Fransman also in at safety. A couple new defensive linemen in on the field as well. Platty, far sideline. Pass is caught on 3rd down. It was juggled by Phillips. That may have actually helped him as he'll get into Eagles territory right at the 50-yard line. It turns 3rd and 3 into a 11-yard gain and a first down Lions.
Phillips was Des Moines Christian's leading receiver last year. We've seen him make some plays out here so far tonight, and he's a guy who's going to have an awesome senior year. You can see the ability that he has after the catch to really make guys miss, picks up a nice first down there.
Platty fakes the handoff, play action. All sorts of time, rolls out to his left, has his man Phillips inside the 35-yard line. He's behind the secondary and out of bounds inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A chunk of 21 and another Lions first down.
Really nice play there from Des Moines Christian. Platty rolls out to his left for a righty. That's usually pretty difficult, but he turned his hips well, put that pass right on the money for a nice gain, and now they're moving into Eagles territory.
And a little bit of urgency here as the Eagles defense trying to shuffle the line. Far sideline pass is overthrown. Ritzert may have been the closest to it, looking for that quick swing pass on the outside. Incomplete, intended for Phillips. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I think that time there might have been a little miscommunication as they looked to the sideline about what that play really was. As I think some guys were running different routes. But now do you see the Eagles, they bring in their first string defensive line to try to shore things up here a little bit.
2nd and 10, Platty straight drop. Throws far sideline, same issue there, just overthrown, had a man open. That was Tyler Martin, who again was the starting quarterback a season ago. Martin has shifted into a slot receiver role, and that happens. I mean, Martin was a solid athlete, but he wasn't an over, 35 touchdown guy, so it's not maybe surprising in that regard, but obviously still DMC working a lot with a new quarterback and a new system here.
Yeah, and you know what? Platty's done a nice job as just a junior. You can see his arm talent, and Martin has really he plays a lot on defense too. He's been in on a lot of tackles.
Handoff will go to Smith on 3rd down. Bit surprised. I think the Lions are trying to catch the Eagles off guard and nothing doing. Smith under 20 yards on 8 carries here and just got 2 yards, makes it 4th and 8. Obvious go-for-it situation here for Des Moines Christian. Pella Christian trying to get another stop. Lions trailing 42-14, deep in Eagles territory, but at 4th and 9. Platty in a shotgun formation. 4-man rush for the Eagles, flush to his right, lot of space in front of him, fires it downfield, has Phillips, and he will make the catch despite the big hit coming from behind. That was Jack Fancher at the 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal Lions, and a nice pitching catch for DMC.
Man, big play there. Really shows off the cannon of an arm, and Phillips to hang on to that after getting undercut by Fancher. Nice job. They're moving quickly. They're trying to punch this one in on the ground.
Only about a minute and a half has come off the clock here. It's 10:08, and the Lions are in the end zone for the 3rd time. Touchdown Des Moines Christian, and this Eagles defense was again sliced like it was Swiss cheese for the 2nd time in this half.
I think, you know, again, we've said it before, but every time we count DMC out, they just really respond well. And that was a nice looking drive. They pretty much went to the air about the entire drive. You know, they punched it in on the ground. But Platty does a nice job scanning the field, making some nice passes.
PAT is good. 42-21. Still some time here on Eagle Lane. Non-district football action. Pella Christian, Des Moines Christian, 42-21.
Exclusively from cord-fed cows on family farms in the Midwest. And only about 6 out of 100 cattle meet our strict specifications. We want you to enjoy the best beef in America. So every Monday in September is Mega Meat Monday, where we'll give you 20 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card for every $20 you spend on meat, deli, cheese, and seafood. Take advantage of Mega Meat Mondays every Monday in September at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
As a business owner, you're always looking for ways to stretch time and resources. Light and State Bank provides efficient banking solutions so you can spend time on what matters most, improving your bottom line. Whether it's saving a trip to the bank with remote check deposits or simplifying payroll with ACH processing, Light and State Bank is here to help. Give us a call today. Light and State Bank, member FDIC.
All of a sudden here for Pella Christian, the 42-point lead, or 42 points on the board, looking to be a lot more important here as Des Moines Christian still fighting. Down by 3 scores, still a lot of time left here in the quarter. High kick once again by Des Moines Christian, by Gianna Bennett. It's returnable at the 10-yard line. A lot of speed up the middle. Here's the 30, 35, 40, 45 for Peyton Ritzert, and a 35-yard return. This time the Eagles were able to get the blocking set up behind that high kick. Ritzert was out like a cannon, and good starting field position for PC.
Yeah, really nice return. I was interested to see, it looked like PC was gearing up for a potential onside kick. You know, Des Moines Christians had a hard time slowing the Eagles down. Thought maybe they'd give it a shot here. Even though there's under 10 minutes to go, if you can't stop the Eagles on the ground, you got to find some way to get the ball back to see if you can make something out of this. But they do kick it away, and a nice return by Ritzert. And PC, once again, you know, they got to keep bringing these first-teamers back out there. This isn't going to be a 35-point and put the subs in. You got to earn this win here out tonight.
Well, and with August Stock returning for PCM next week, here's Cooper Sprunk met in the backfield, and he's able to get back the line. Augie Stock and his Mustangs are up 42-0 on Davis County. This is not the slouch Mustangs team that they got after they lost Stock a week ago, in the sense of trying to find who they are. If August Stock is starting for PCM, they're an extremely dangerous team coming into week 2.
Yeah, for sure. You know, so the Eagles got a road in front of them. They got some big games, and this is going to be a full 4-quarter game, which I think both teams like, right? Let's play these guys for 4 quarters. Let's get that conditioning level up, and let's see how that feels.
Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you here. Pella Christian 2nd and 10 after no gain on the play. Keeper for Kakmarinsky. Flags flying everywhere. Both sides of the field. Would be 6 yards here if it holds.
Yeah, some type of formation penalty there from Pella Christian. is going to push them back here a little bit. So,
and a correction, Panorama, by the way, in between PCM. Apologies.
gotcha.
Got my weeks switched up. I got too excited about that showdown at Panorama next week.
You know what? I can't even figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. So
week 1, JD, we've gotten all of our excuses. This is week 1.
I should know better, but I truly have no idea. I mean, we take this baby one day at a time at the Boer House.
2nd and 15 after the penalty. Eagles have a 42-21 lead. Clock is running. 3 receivers left side of the formation. Kakmarinsky fakes the handoff. Lots of space. Close to midfield. Stays on his feet after a couple of tacklers. Will drag him down close to a first down. Maybe just shy of the 45-yard line in DMC territory. It'll be 3rd and short after a 14-yard scamper for the QB.
That's a nice play. You know, they fake the sweep. And about the only person left in the hole was Owen Meninga, who was the left tackle who had pulled out in front of Kakmarinsky. And he's actually the guy who almost slowed Isaac down a little bit to not allow him to pick up the first down. But that play design has been a real big key here for Pella Christian so far tonight.
3rd and less than a yard here for Pella Christian and a vision for less timeout. And Eagles are out of them with 8:06 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Let's take a look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. PCM 42, Davis County nothing in the 3rd quarter. Linville Sully 32, Pleasantville 7 with 11:25 remaining in the 4th. Indianola 26, Ankeny Centennial in the 7 in the 3rd quarter as well. And at last check, in fact, we can pull that up here on the Pella Dutch Live YouTube channel. That's the beauty of the technology that we live in here today, JD.
That's awesome,
at last check, it was 30-14, and it's still 30-14. And it looks like Norwalk has the football again with 6:50 remaining inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Both these tonight, by the way, on Pella Fiber channels 40 and 42 as well, as this broadcast is brought to you by, on the video stream, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. 30-14 is the score there. It's 1st and goal, Newton, as they may be putting the backbreaker on the Dutch in week 1 in that Class 4A showdown across town. Our score here is 42-21, 8:06 remaining in the 4th. 3rd and less than a yard here for Pella Christian. They're at the 46, have to get to the 45 2/3 yard line. Under shotgun it is. Handoff goes to Sprunk. Sheds a tackle, first down and a whole lot more as he's down to the 35 of Des Moines Christian.
Yeah, Sam Smith was there for DMC to make the tackle, but that's the kind of hole you're looking for on 3rd and 1. You got to be able to keep the chains moving, keep that ball on the ground. That's what the Eagles have been doing all night, and it pays off once again there.
Well, Benny Schurz, at this rate, JD looks, I don't want to eat my words later, but looks unlikely to be returning at this point, and they may not need him to.
Yeah, he's stretching. He's like, Coach, get me inside the 5-yard line. I'll punch another one in, but we'll see what happens.
He wants his name in the state record books. It's a jet sweep handoff. This is Colin Vanderwall inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5, and he is down just shy of the goal line at the 2-yard line. He needed 35 for pay dirt. He'll take 33, 1st and goal Eagles.
Yeah, that's a little fun play. They've tried that a couple times with Ritzert and haven't had a lot of success. In fact, they've lost yardage trying to run that play. But this time they run it the other way with Vanderwall, picks up 33 yards, puts him inside the 5-yard line. Pella Christian has had a lot of success in this part of the field. We'll see if they can do it again.
So Des Moines Christian has a player down on the sideline of the Eagles, and I think it's going to be an official's vision for last timeout, and it is. Had he been on his own sideline, they play on, but because he's on the Eagles sideline, they have to be able to get him on the other side before play can resume. 1st and goal, Pella Christian, Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr coming to you live here on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIA-KRLS.com. And it is Norwalk touchdown, 36-14, and the Warriors taking it to the Dutch in that opener across town on 92.1 KRLS. After 3, also another Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update, Indianola 26, Ankeny Centennial 7. Also, another score I saw on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, just one of local interest, Oskaloosa 20, Ottumwa 7 in a Class 4A 5A showdown just down the road on Highway 163. It is 1st and goal, Pella Christian. Cooper Sprunk in at running back, Peyton Ritzert, one of the upbacks with Colin Vanderwall. 2 receivers in the formation as well. Eagles 42, Des Moines Christian 21, clock is running under 7.5 to play. Isaac Cack, low snap, takes it himself, and despite the bobbled snap, he's in. 6 for the Eagles, touchdown Pella Christian. That's how good the Eagles O-line has been tonight.
Yeah.
There was nobody near him, and he had all day to get in for 6.
I would put money on the fact that I think that play was designed for Peyton Ritzert, that he was going to take the sweep handoff, but the snap was bobbled a little bit. Isaac just said, you know what, I'll keep it. He does a nice job of putting that in the end zone for his second touchdown of the night.
Andrew Schneider and J.D. Boras. Jack Fancher, PAT number 7 of the night. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good.
Beautiful.
7 for 7 is Fancher on PATs as we are live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 7:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's all Eagles up by 4 scores.
Forward to having surgery, not even for their pets. It can be kind of a scary thing. This is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County veterinarian, and we strive to keep your pets safe and comfortable at all phases of the procedure. They'll receive preoperative blood work and anesthesia, warming, and electronic monitoring during the operation, plus postoperative pain management and supervised recovery. For elective surgeries or for that unexpected emergency, trust the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Are you ready to save big? Yeah, you. The carpool driving, crossfitting, building, and making warriors. Vision for less own selection, price, and speed. Glasses you need. Quality you deserve. Every day, all day, 2 day. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. That's right. You want it, we've got it. Selection, price, speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. Vision for less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth as the squib kick is on again. Returnable here for Des Moines Christian at the 15, 20, 25, 30-yard line now for number 9, Carson Tice, close to the Eagles' 40, or their own Lions' 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Des Moines Christian with good field position. And obviously, JD, the offensive production here for Pella Christian has been great, but defensively, Des Moines Christian's had their fair share of good drives. And you think about it in hindsight, I think at least twice now Pella Christian stopped DMC on 4th down in Eagle territory. So the Lions have had their fair share of offensive success. It's been an interception in those 4th down stops that's ultimately been the difference.
And I tell you what, give the Lions a lot of credit. I think this is a much improved team. You know, they won 3 games a year ago. I don't know what their district outlook is in that 2A district, but this is a good football team. I feel like they're much improved. They have some balance across the offense, and I think this is a team to watch out for.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Handoff goes to Smith. And after initially saying nothing doing, maybe got 2 yards over the right side, had maybe 4 or 5 different Eagles hit him at some point. 2nd down Lions.
You hear every football coach say 11 to the ball, right? Get hats on the ball. They love to see that pursuit. And that's what you saw there from Pella Christian as they've mixed in some different guys, trying to stay as fresh as possible, do a nice job of holding that run to only 2 yards.
2nd and 8. Far sideline pass. There's a flag, probably a legal formation, I imagine, with where it was. And it was complete to Phillips for a gain of 2, and that is the call. So I imagine 5 yards taken here for sure for PC, makes it 2nd and 17, or 2nd, excuse me, and 14. After a 5-yard penalty, will move the Lions, I assume, back. Oh, no, they'll decline it.
Right.
Clock will run, I guess, with 6:32. It's a 4-score lead, so I guess 2nd and 12, or if it was a 3-score game, maybe you take it, JD, but time is on the Eagle side here. And they'll say no gain on the play anyway, which is interesting because I thought the play still ran.
It must have been dropped.
Okay. 3rd and 8. Platty airing it out, has a man, Phillips, open far sideline, caught inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Eagles secondary has had their issues here tonight, and Fancher was just beat one-on-one.
Yeah, I felt like they've probably been working on that one a little bit as they've looked for Phillips a lot tonight with some of those short hitch routes, short screens. That time they go with the double move. Platty put a really nice ball up there for Phillips. He was able to track it down. And another big play, and they've had some success through the air, and some of those big plays have hurt the Eagles.
Lions have 3 receivers right side of the formation. Fake the handoff. Platty rolls out to his right. He avoids the sack the first time. Now flush to his left. Still has time. Airing it wide open. End zone. Caught. Phillips. Touchdown. DMC. What an individual effort made by number 15, Tate Platty, to keep that play alive.
You know, I'm assuming it's his first start because he didn't have a lot of quarterback numbers last year. But I tell you what, he has made some awesome plays. In the second half, he's been fabulous. That was great as he had Keegan Fatma coming off the edge, off of his blind side, and he was able to avoid that pass rusher. Rolls out to the left, looking like Patrick Mahomes, throwing it back across his body the other side of the field to his favorite target, Gavin Phillips. And once again, Des Moines Christian responds. Everybody knows in Iowa knows about the 35-point rule. Des Moines Christian is not going to let that happen. Really nice drive.
Point after is good. We'll keep it right here. A lot of points have been scored here on Eagle Lane in this season opener. Pella Christian not in danger of losing at this point, 49-28 with 5:59. They've still got a 3-point lead and one of the better running attacks already, it looks like, in Class 1A, as they've gotten over 300 yards on the ground. But can't take it for granted, JD. They've got to have an ability here to keep running clock and protect the football. No turnovers, silly penalties, that kind of thing, just to ice it here.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the first thing they're going to have to do is probably be aware of what happens on this kickoff, because I thought maybe with 9 minutes to go, Des Moines Christian might do an onside kick. We've only had 3 minutes go off the clock, and both sides have traded touchdowns. And we're in the same situation, 6 minutes to go. DMC's down by 21. I would expect maybe some type of onside kick to see if they can get the ball back. But yeah, you just want to be solid here. You know, we talked about it. It's a 4-quarter game, you know, and that's not always a bad thing. I think both sides are happy with some things when they walk away from this one. But you learn a lot about your team when you get 4 quarters of football, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and it's a learning experience for everybody.
Andrew Schneider and J.D. Boris. Pella Christian has a 3-score lead again. They haven't gotten much closer than that, have the Lions of Des Moines Christian. Take a look at our In Case You Missed It presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Eagles had a 21-0 lead with the football. Had a bad punt that turned into the first score from DMC, and since then it's been kind of a seesaw between 14 to 28 points. Here's a big return for Ritzert. Has a couple of guys to beat deep into Lions territory now as he's past midfield. And another huge return here for Pella Christian's Peyton Ritzert on the second kick return in a row. He's able to get close to midfield, this time in Lions territory.
Yeah, and Des Moines Christian certainly thinking, wow, we should have onside kicked it because it would have been better off field position-wise anyways, as Richard did a nice job of squirting through that a little bit. It's funny because the hands team has been out there for the past 2 kick returns.
It's actually worked.
It's been the 2 best returns that PC has had all night, so maybe you just got to stick with the hands team out there. I don't know.
Newton 39, Knoxville 7. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update, PCM all over Davis County, 4th quarter, 42-6. Shutout is no longer in order for the road team Mustangs from Monroe. 1st and 10, Pella Christian in Lions territory. Man in motion is Trevor Veenstra. Isaac Kakmarinsky will fake the handoff, roll out, looking to pass, has Trevor. Near side caught at the 40, and he'll lean forward through a couple of defenders to get the first down.
Yeah, that time a little play.
Or close to, I guess. Those not a great spot there.
Yeah. I kind of like that look there from Pella Christian. You know, it's interesting to put it on tape here in the 4th quarter, but a little fake of the jet sweep, and now they're looking to find those tight ends. Isaiah Breams, Trevor Veenstra, I think those guys are going to be factors in the passing game as well. They certainly have that ability. We haven't talked about them a lot offensively, but there you see them getting involved.
2nd and 1, which I guess is advantage Pella Christian. No stopping of the clock, 5:11 remaining here in the 4th quarter, 49-28. Eagles on top of the Lions, and this football opener. Fake handoff, far sideline. Pass is caught by Vanderwall on a swing play, and he'll get right to the marker at the 35-yard line. And that took a while to develop because of some pressure up the middle from the Lions, forcing Kakmarinsky to his left, but he's able to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest thing. We call that an RPO. So they have Isaac can hand it off to the running back, or he can pull it and look to pass, or he can run it himself. So there's a lot of things going on in that play. Probably something that Pella Christian's looked to put in this offseason.
Now Colin Vanderwall is on the sideline with a cramp, it looks like, as well. Peyton Ritzert was stretching out. It's not uncommon in week 1 to see it. It's 1st and 10 Pella Christian. 4:32 remaining. Eagles with plenty of patience here as they try to ice this one in Lions territory. And a whistle, and the Eagles don't have a timeout, delay a game. So they let it run too far. Pella Christian 5 yards back. Clock will now stop. Advantage a little bit there for DMC. Obviously, at this point, it's over. It's just a matter now of Pella Christian running out the clock.
Yeah, you know, we saw Schurz. He has 5 touchdowns tonight. He's been spectacular. I actually did see him on that last defensive drive. He was back at his safety spot, but hasn't had a chance to get the ball back in his hands on this drive.
Isaac rolls out to his right on 1st and 15, sheds a couple of tackles as he's flushed out of the pocket and up the field to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 18 yards and another Eagles first down. 4:14 remaining. Clock is running here on Eagle Lane. Pella Christian up by 3 scores just outside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. We already told you earlier tonight about the Eagles' short running game in the red zone. Our creative idea earlier tonight drawn up by Brand Appeal. 1st and 10, Pella Christian, and they are going to be extremely patient. No timeouts remaining. 10 seconds left now on the play clock. And, yeah, it'll be a delay game.
They tried to sneak their second team out there in the middle of a drive. I think, yeah, that's going to burn them. Here comes a delay of game.
And a new quarterback into the game is the new backup, Brecken Ritzert. A freshman, is the younger brother of Peyton Ritzert. And another 5-yard penalty here for PC, which with 3:36 remaining, they're not going to sit here and complain about it. But, yes, the second team offense is now on the field. Got all sorts of backups here, JD, on. Landon Franzman, we talked about him earlier. On the offensive line, Colton Voss is a regular, I think. Maybe the O-line's still the same here. We'll try to get some names and numbers as we go. Ritzert hands it off to Cooper Sprunk inside the 20. Bursts of speed past the 15, and he's dragged down inside the 10-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and an Eagles 1st and goal.
Yeah, you get the new lineman out there, and it's more of the same. Cooper Sprunk does a nice job, follows his blocks. Let me see if I can get a few.
We got 22. Noah Nunakoven.
Noah Nunakoven's out there. Caden Croyd's playing receiver. On the line, it looks like we got
Johnson Morgan, sophomore.
Yeah, he's playing running back. You got Keegan Fatma there at right tackle. Spencer Verplug at right guard. Druven Coten's playing center.
Ritzert will hand it off to Morgan. Sheds a couple tackles. Lunges ahead to the 2. A gain of 5 yards for Johnson Morgan, whose older brother Caleb was quite the athlete for Coach Cack back in the day. The Morgan family. Older sister Chloe, a former All-State softball player. Whole lot of Morgans that have made their way through Eagle Lane, and another cramping player and a Vision for Less timeout. Clock stop with 2:53 remaining, 2nd and goal as the second team is on the field. Which, hey, that's what you can hope for here for PC. Get a few reps, especially with the kind of depth issues that they may have, just smaller numbers this year. A lot of these guys may be called on in some big spots throughout the year.
Yeah, not to mention, you know, you think about it, it's great to have a big senior class. You know, it's something that I benefited from last year with the basketball program. We had 7 seniors, and that's awesome. But what that leaves sometimes is a little bit of void in the guys behind them because they don't get a ton of experience. I know with Pella Christian this year, they're not playing as many JV games. They're playing a lot of freshman games. So you have on the field, you get sophomores and juniors, and these are big snaps for these guys. These are guys that are going to have to be ready to play next year. We mentioned a few of their names. I got Elliot Menninga's out there, Andrew Van Gorp's out there, Josiah Vink as well. These guys got to be ready to play, so these are important snaps for them to learn as well.
Do have a Strauver Cellular instant radio update in a moment. First, it's Morgan on the counter handoff. Not much doing there. May have lost half a yard. On our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, it's our first final of the night. And a Strauver Cellular instant radio update. Linville Sully 32, Pleasantville 7. Also on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Norwalk 37, Pella 14 after 3. Newton 39, Knoxville 7 in the 4th quarter. PCM 42, Davis County 6 in the 4th quarter, and Ankeny Centennial trailing Indianola 26-7 in the 4th quarter there. All on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard and all on our streams and on-air networks tonight on KNIA Cable S. Ritzert, the quarterback, man in motion left side. Handoff goes to Morgan. Is the third time the charm? And the answer is yes. 6 for the Eagles. Touchdown, Pella Christian. Johnson Morgan in for 6 points.
Yeah, the sophomore Johnson Morgan gets in on the fun. I know the coaching staff likes him at running back too. So a few different guys who are showing the ability to find the end zone. Nice job there from Pella Christian.
So PC over 50 points. And this score is pretty similar to how things ended a year ago. So
yeah, last year was 56-22. I was just looking at that. Right now we got 55 PAT coming to 28.
And a
really
new
close.
kicker in as well. Kick is up, and that is good. And that was number 27, Camden Parker, right? Or was it 22? Yep. It was 27.
Yep.
We'll still keep it right here as we've played a lot of our obligated ads so far. Thank you to all of our great sponsors with the touchdowns and all the above. Also for Pella fans, a reminder that we have our new, or I should say returning touchdown challenge over there. So signing up at the Wood Iron Grill if you're a Pella fan having to flip between the channels. And a tough night for the Dutch. And obviously a new look Pella football team. Felt like new players, a returning offensive line, had a little bit of a quarterback battle with a former Eagle, Bo Bush, and Luke Hardman. And unfortunately for Pella, they were kind of stunned here. And to say Norwalk had their top-tier quarterback returning, all-state defensive linemen returning. So they're a pretty good football team. So it's not like they were a slouch, but a little bit of a surprise there for Coach McKinstry. They had felt like a 6 or 7 win team. I suppose we'll see as they go on the road to North Polk next week. But a lot of intrigue in the new athletic classes at both schools here, JD, with a great group of seniors leaving from both Eagle Lane and Pella High.
And you know, you mentioned it, and I just think it's worth mentioning again. Just the coverage that these sports get, I think it's really cool. You know, at the radio station, you guys do an awesome job. Both of these games being on YouTube. You mentioned the Pella Fiber TV. Just absolutely fantastic opportunities for fans to follow these programs.
Good kick return here for Des Moines Christian, stepping out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's number 9, Carson Tice, who's had a few opportunities here this evening. And speaking of Norwalk, they're just pouring it on now. 9:23 remaining fourth quarter. Warriors 44, Pella 14, as Norwalk, I think, making a statement. I think a lot of our staff picked Pella because they were better this year. Remember a season ago, Pella spotted the Warriors 3 touchdowns with 3 fumbles in the first half and didn't have the passing game, at least they thought they had this season. But credit Norwalk. They look like they're a really good team. And they're in a, maybe I think 4A's toughest top-heavy district, with Indianola returning with a Drew Kingery and that, both Bennett Brick and Brady Blake on the offensive side, and Titus Cram from Bondurant Farrar. That is a loaded district in Class 4A, and Norwalk saying, hey, we're a contender. And meanwhile, Des Moines Christian and Pella Christian may be contenders in their respective districts. It's a handoff, as it looks like we're starting to see some of the second stringers in. That was, didn't see who had that one.
Yeah, I missed it too.
45, and I don't have a 45. Do you?
Nope. It was Andrew Van Gorp on the tackle there for Pella Christian.
Well, and Dale Durr said somebody's name.
You know what? Leave it to Dale to have that figured out before us. It is what it is.
So it goes, 2nd and 8. Des Moines Christian moving the football here. Again, some subs in. See Kyle Friend out there for the Lions. Time working down, a minute left here, 56-28, Pella Christian leading. As Platty rolls out to his right, looking downfield, has a man. That pass is caught. It's Dutch Phillips, who's had a nice defensive night, down in Eagles territory at the 35.
Yeah, again, they get him outside the pocket. Platty's really comfortable throwing the ball in the move. Puts that one right on the money. Johnson Morgan with a tackle downfield. With under a minute to go, you got a, what is that lead, 28 point lead. DMC again just keeps playing hard. Give these guys a ton of credit.
Do you have a Shriver Cellular instant radio update in a second? Des Moines Christian has 1st and 10. Handoff goes to the mystery man left side. Let's see what Dale says. Crank up the mic.
Jace Fad, the ball carrier.
Still didn't quite get that. Jace Fowden is what I think he said. Jace Fowden, number 35, normally is wearing Jace Fadden. That's who it was. Okay.
Let's do it.
Jace Fadden is the ball carrier. So 2nd down coming up. You're listening to Eagles football powered by Bank Iowa, where they say,
let's make it happen.
As we are live on the KRLS 2 stream, and that'll take us to the end of this ball game. Win number 1 for the run-heavy Eagles as they bulldoze Des Moines Christian 56-28. A Week 1 win on Eagle Lane for the Pella Christian football team, who has high hopes in the 2022 season. Your Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show is coming up right after this.
Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit pella.com/careers.
Pella Cinemas invites you to a nightmare that has been generations in the making with the premiere of the new movie The Invitation, rated PG-13. A working-class young woman accepts an invitation to a fabulous estate in England, but gradually suspects horrifically sinister intentions in this lush romance with a vampire twist. Also at Pella Cinemas, Maverick is back by popular demand. Come see Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13. Or check out Paws of Fury, rated PG, featuring a little dog who tries to save a village of cats who don't even like dogs. For a list of showtimes, visit pella-cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
Pella Regional Health Center has been named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the entire country for overall quality for the second year in a row. The rankings were recently announced by the National Rural Health Association, and being part of this prestigious group of 20 critical access hospitals is a testament to the hard work and dedication of our providers and staff. We'd like to say thank you to them for working diligently and living out our mission to provide high-quality care with Christian compassion for all our patients.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
The lights in the car, white and red, white and red, white and red. The lights in the car, white and red at Central Tire and Auto.
If the lights on your car aren't white and red, don't wait until Mr. Officer makes you fix them. Stop into Central Tire and Auto. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new lights. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Sing along.
Above all, you want to create something you're proud of. At Precision Pulley & Idler, each employee receives countless hours of instruction. That's why Precision Pulley & Idler is not only proud, but understands the work our area students put in each year to make their own season a success. Precision Pulley & Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley & Idler, we keep it moving.
Luke Mulder, hello to you as we welcome to our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show. The all-time sacks leader on Eagles Lane says, great start to the PC season, and he is right. A 56-28 win for Pella Christian. Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr. Cabinet Design Pella, where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design Pella. J.D., I wasn't perfect, especially on the defensive side of the ball. There were some miscues on offense and special teams that kept DMC in it a little bit. But the overwhelming good news is over 500 yards rushing. And Pella Christian's new identity is we are going to bully you with the football, run the ball. And they did so with great purpose and effect.
They did. You know, they would definitely move the football down the field. They really actually didn't punt the ball because the one punt attempt they had didn't really work out that well. So you love to see that from the offense. And I tell you what, you know, this is the third year in a row that these teams have squared off to start the year. And I really believe for 3 straight years it's been an entertaining game. I remember that first year in 2020, the COVID year, just a wild game, back and forth. Des Moines Christian got on top at the end and came away with the win. Last year, it was a similar score of 56-22, but there were some fireworks, big plays and special teams and on offense. Tonight, maybe not as many big plays, but the offenses were both spectacular. With Pella Christian running the football, did an awesome job, and you'll talk about some of the numbers, and they're impressive from the running backs and from the quarterback as well. and Des Moines Christian getting it done through the air. A lot of fun football from both teams here tonight.
Again, your final score 56-28. Let's go ahead and take a look at your final stats presented by the Verduff Agency in Pella. 73 total plays for the Eagles, 582 yards. Des Moines Christian 44 plays, 297. 61 carries, 516 on the ground for PC, 272 through the air for the Lions. Individuals, Benny Schurz, 23 carries, 215 yards, 5 touchdowns. Isaac Kakmarinsky, 20 carries, 209. He had 2 scores. Cooper Sprunk, 10 carries, 67 yards. Colin Vanderwall with a 33-yard scamper. And Johnson Morgan had a rushing score as well. Time of possession, all Eagles, 33:04 to 14:56. And the Eagles won the turnover battle by a margin of 1-0 with a huge interception by Colin Vanderwall.
That's right.
In the second half. Your final stats are presented by the Verduff Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency is providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We told you about it earlier as you're looking for a key to your new career at HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Our key play and player of the game, Benny Schurz, as Dan Branderhorst is distracting my color commentator while we're on the air. Come on, Dan. We got places to talk about. He's gonna talk about the great game from Benny Schurz. 5 touchdowns tonight. JD, that was the Dan Branderhorst special. There we go. Thank you, Dan, for all he does, of course, for Eagles athletics. And excited to be back here in a couple of weeks as they share a midfield prayer, does PAC and DMC. Not surprising there, the two Christian schools openly showing their faith in the middle of the field. But Benny Schurz was phenomenal tonight. And a big credit to the offensive line, who has a feature on our website here tonight as well. Boy, they played really well. Again, there were a few mistakes here and there, and those you hope to iron out. But anytime you can get 500 yards on the ground, there's probably a really, really, really high chance you've won the game, and probably significantly.
For sure. And the expectation was that Pella Christian's going to be able to run the football, right? We came into the pregame show. We were talking about it. You've been talking about the new identity of PC football. But you just never know, right? I always get a little bit like, you just don't know, especially in football. It's not like they've had all these scrimmages, where they really know what they're going to look like. When you hit the field on Friday night, you just don't know what it's going to look like, right? We've talked about the Norwalk-Pella game just not being maybe what you expected. But tonight I thought, offensively speaking, you kind of did get what you expected from PC. It was a heavy dose of the run game. Maybe we thought it was going to be more Isaac Kakmarinsky, although he was spectacular too. But Benny Schurz really carried the load. 5 touchdowns, over 200 yards on the ground. He was awesome from beginning to almost the end until he had to come out with cramps.
Boy, my arch nemesis on the field here is going to keep Coach Cack, I think, from us here for a while. So we got plenty to talk about, JD. Let's run down our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Norwalk 44, Pella 20. That's in fourth quarter. 5:47 remaining there. PCM about to win 48-12 over Davis County. Indianola 26, Ankeny Centennial 13, 4:25 left to go in the fourth there. Linville Sully 32, Pleasantville 7 in that contest. 56-28 was our score here, and as we take a look at the road ahead, they were our new sponsor, by the way, for the game reset presented by PellaMotors.com. JD, the road takes us to Panorama with Tyler Crabb coming on the call, I believe, next week. And Panorama, a recent playoff team. Pella Christian looking to build some momentum here from week 1 to week 2, especially with, I think, no offense to Panorama, a huge game lingering in week 3 with PCM and a couple of potential deep playoff contender teams in 2A, 1A looming. Pella Christian can't afford to overlook the Panthers next week.
No, there's no doubt, and I think that's one that, I think they're really looking forward to. I think it'll be a good game. Panorama is a program that's had some success. I think it was 2 years ago. Did Pella Christian play Panorama?
Yeah, it was 2 years. It was 2020, yeah.
Okay, in a playoff game here. And I remember that game.
Down to the wire.
It was crazy. I think it was me and Trevor on the call, if I remember correctly. But Panorama was slinging it all over the field, and I think it went right down to the wire. If I remember, Cody Boonder made a big play at the end to win the game. So I think that's one that, a lot of these seniors were probably on that field for that game. They're familiar with that opponent. It's a good program, and any chance you get to play a good program in non-district play, I think it's really important. I think there's going to be some games in district for Pella Christian that they're probably going to be able to take control of the game early on. I don't think there's great depth in this district, although, I'm not an expert in that stuff. There's some good teams, but not maybe great depth. So when you get these early season games to really find out what you're made of, I don't think they'll be looking the Panthers. I think that'll be a nice game here next week.
That is the road ahead inside our Cabinet Sound of Pella Radio postgame show. We'll take a commercial timeout, and we'll have head coach Rich Kakmarinsky when we come back after this, live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Allen, can he make it 3 in a row? And the answer is yes. Noah Allen hits 3 3-pointers in a row. And there we go. Our first of what we hope are many.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Hi, this is Lonnie DeSwart, Petroleum Department Manager at Two Rivers Co-op, inviting you to fill up with gas at Pella's only locally owned gas station. Our Carsville location in Pella is open 24 hours a day, pumping Cenex top-tier gas, and you don't have to be a member of the co-op to use it. Next time you stop by, make sure to ask for a Two Rivers local card, because when you swipe it at the pump, you'll save 4 cents off every gallon every time you fill up. So if you're fed up with the big chains, fill up at Pella's only locally owned gas station, Two Rivers Cooperative.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
Where is everybody? Hello? Is anybody here?
You survived another tax season, and those fly-by-night tax preparers all seem to have disappeared. Your friends at Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel are here for you all year long. Your life is chaotic, crazy, super busy, and you don't just need help during tax season. Let Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you every day, all year long. Save time, gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Accidents come in all shapes and sizes, like those little door dings from that person who wedges their vehicle into a tight parking space, the stray foul ball that happens to find your vehicle, the road rash your bumper gets from a high curb, or an unexpected encounter with a deer out on his evening stroll. No matter how big or small those scratches or dents are, trust Langstrad Auto Body to get it fixed. They put their experience and state-of-the-art technology to work for you to fix it right the first time. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Burduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
The Pella Pizza Ranch and the Fun Zone Arcade are the perfect place for your kid's next birthday party. Let us handle all the food and all the entertainment. With buffet your way, even the pickiest eaters will find something they'll love. Then let the kids burn off some energy in the Fun Zone Arcade afterwards. Give us a call to book your party, and we'll customize a package that includes buffet and a game card for each of the kids who's coming. Celebrate your kid's big day at the Fun Zone Arcade at the Pella Pizza Ranch.
Whoa, that's good.
Toro designs lawnmowers and lawn tools to make your yard cleanup easy. With innovative features that are intuitive, hassle-free, and time-saving, Toro will make your yard the envy of your neighbors. Check out Toro's complete line of walk mowers, zero-turn riders, and handheld equipment at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. Get paid positions up to $26.05 an hour. All 9 positions will receive a shift differential. Employees will be offered a referral program up to $1,500, weekly pay up to $1,000 weekly, a free 2-year college education for children of employees, compressive benefits, medical, dental, and prescription coverage, paid vacation and holidays, and 401k match, pension, and profit sharing. Apply today here at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Are you ready to save big? Yeah, you. The carpool driving, crossfitting, building, and making warriors. Vision for less own selection, price, and speed. Glasses you need. Quality you deserve. Every day, all day, today. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. That's right. You want it? We've got it. Selection, price, speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. Vision for less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Since launching our Prez Listing Advantage in 2018, area home sellers have saved over $750,000 by working with Pella Real Estate Services compared to a 6% commission. I'm Stephen Patel, and that savings is one way we're investing in lives through real estate. The average seller saves about $5,000 for their nest egg or to put towards their next purchase. If it's time to sell, let us help you, a friend, a colleague, or whomever save money by calling 628-1BUI for Pella Real Estate Services.
DB Equipment and Rental is located just 6 miles from Pella on Highway 163 in Otley. They specialize in used heavy equipment along with skid steers, telehandlers, forklifts, excavators, aerial lifts, and other types of construction equipment. DB Equipment and Rental also carries Bad Boy and Country Clipper zero-turn lawnmowers, and they are a full parts, service, and sales Gale dealership. DB Equipment also offers rentals of equipment for your projects. Visit dbequipment.com for details.
Hey football fans, it's Coach Cack here. It's football season, go Eagles, and that means sweater weather is upon us. The Well Thrift Store has all you need to get ready for this season, including hundreds of costumes for the kids, fall decor, sweatshirts, and more. So whether you're looking for fan gear for all the upcoming fall sports, or just need to ready your wardrobe for the cooler temps, the Well Thrift Store has what you need. Good stuff, great help, gives hope at the Well Thrift Store in Pella.
Back inside our broadcast booth, inside the Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show, Andrew Schneider and J.D. Bohr, as Coach Cack has now been recruited to come this way. Mainly because I'm not trying to be too selfish here, J.D., but you know what it's like being a parent. We got family plans tomorrow. I really don't want to be here until 10:30 if I can help it. But that's beyond the point, J.D. A very impressive win, and we talked a lot about it. It's a different team for Coach Cack this year, and in the sense of there are still big playmakers, and they ran the ball fairly well over the last couple of years with Dan Jungling and now with Isaac Cack, but there was always a throwing component that they would try to get it 15, 20 times a game. That's not the case anymore.
No, they're leaning on the ground game. I think you talked about Coach Cack taking his time. They always go over there and they celebrate some really good things from the team or from the game. There's a lot to celebrate, right? I think these guys are feeling pretty good about the way they performed tonight, especially on the offensive side of the ball, running the football, ground and pound, looking like a team that's trying to make a good run and have a great season.
This is our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show. JD, I'll get to see you in 3 weeks. Thank you for your time. Looking forward to our next conversation.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to keep it right here. This is our continuing coverage. We'll give Coach Cack a minute or two to catch his breath. Of course, he's always in perfect conditioning shape, so especially after going back and forth here in week 1 of action. This is our continuing coverage of Pella Christian football, live on KNIA KRLS, powered by Hy-Vee. It's Rich Kack-Marinsky, head coach of the Eagles, following a 56-28 victory over Des Moines Christian. Coach Cack, good to be talking to you after a week 1 win with a lot of scoring both ways. Your guys got the first 3 scores, which were incredibly important, over 500 yards on the ground. Your thoughts about this week 1 win?
I thought it was a huge win for us, a good start. Offensively, I don't think we could have started any better in those first 3 drives. I think we had 1 negative play maybe in the whole 3 drives. So that was exciting. The penalty flags kind of came out there for a while. Offensively, we kind of hurt ourselves in the second quarter going into halftime. Defensively, we played well. I thought we really controlled the line of scrimmage. I didn't think Des Moines Christian had a lot of success running the football. They caused napping a couple of times on some pass plays, which obviously a little frustrating because for about, 50 of the 60 snaps. We played really good snaps of defense. But so that's something we got to look at the film and fix that a little bit. But I thought our defense played well. Kicking game I thought was solid. So I was excited. I think I saw a lot of good things. I think we saw enough to be excited about the team that we can become.
Well, on the offensive line, you talked about it. They were featured this week on our Football Friday Night feature. And when you have two runners that have over 200 yards, that's a sign that not only do you have those guys in the backfield who can make plays, but there were a lot of big holes. And that seemed to be the story of the game, is no matter the big plays that Des Moines Christian made, you could answer and sustain the ball. And really, you went 3 or 4 deep at running back and quarterback with Isaac. A lot of guys getting a lot of touches. But that offensive line, that's a victory for them when you have two guys over 200 yards on the ground.
Well, we felt like that was a strength for us coming in. Obviously, we have everybody back. And then Elliot Menig has been a real nice surprise for us. Not surprise, a nice addition to us at left guard. So he's playing really well. And I also want to give a shout-out to Trevor Veenstra and Isaiah Breams at our tight end positions. They were very physical tonight. They blocked very well. So I thought that was really key to the game. We also had some nice timely catches. I thought Peyton had a big night. Unfortunately, probably his best play got called back. But so I think as we mentioned in the pregame, our passing game is a work in progress. We're not where we want to be, but I think you saw flashes tonight of what we can be throwing the football. And obviously, if we can continue to rush the football like we're doing, we'll be tough to stop.
And I think overall, I know last year at times kick coverage and kicking was an issue. They had a few returns where they got close to midfield, but otherwise I think you were able to contain Des Moines Christian, had all your point after tries that went up and got through the uprights as well. You had a couple big kick returns of your own, especially when you had the hands team on the field. You were able to create some that really, after some big Des Moines Christian scores, took the wind out of their sails. Special teams also, as always, is a work in progress, but a lot of positive signs from your kicking game.
I would agree. I thought that a lot of good. We have a lot of speed in this team, and so obviously that's helpful when you cover kicks. So I thought we covered kicks well. Really, the biggest mistake we had in the kicking game was that bad snap over our punter's head right before half. That was actually I think we would have shut him out in the first half had we not done that. So we've got some things to work on. I think we can cover kicks a little better in certain situations, but Jack is kicking well, Cam is kicking well, Trevor's kicking well. And Isaiah Breams, who's our snapper, he's been doing so good. So that was just kind of an abnormality as far as that bad snap is concerned. So, but hey, we're 1-0, and I think we got a lot of momentum going into week 2. So I think our guys will be able to come back next Monday and get back to work and fix the things we need to fix.
Well, and I think that's an adage for a lot of coaches, is some of the most improvement for a lot of teams, even when you are feeling like you're going to be a great team this year, happens from week 1 to week 2 when you see that game film coming up on Saturday morning and when you get a chance to play live competition against a really strong DMC team. Your strong game comes up with Panorama, but what are those little things you'll be honing in on? And traditionally, especially with some new coaches out there, you'll be trying to work on, knowing that there's probably a lot of things that you like to work on in practice in that second week of the regular season.
Well, I think obviously, our passing. I haven't looked at the stats, but we did not complete at the percentage that I would like to. As far as efficiency is concerned, so that's something we got to work on offensively. Defensively, we just can't give up those big plays that we gave up, even late, particularly late. I feel like we had a couple of chances to kind of shut the door on Des Moines Christian, and we just didn't do it. So that's something we got to work on finishing. And then, as you mentioned, we got some special team things we got to work on. So, I guess it was pretty warm at the start of the night. I think we came through, uninjured, had a few cramps along the way. But that's another thing we can always work on is our conditioning, getting in better shape so we can play hard for 4 quarters. So, but like I said, our guys are happy. The coaches are happy. We got a lot of work on, but we're 1-0 and we're on the roll.
Should be a lot of fun heading into next week. Pella Christian takes on Panorama. The Eagles now 1-0, 56-28 victors over the Lions. That's Pella Christian head coach Rich Kakmerinsky, powered by the Pella Hy-Vee, joining us here in our post-game coverage. Coach, appreciate your time. Tyler, we'll get the chance to see you next week, and all the best to you.
Thank you, Andrew.
We'll wrap up our Kevin Mazzana Pella radio post-game show after this. And this will wrap up the Captain Zanapella Radio postgame show, where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Captain Zanapella. Let's go in closing, presented by Light and State Bank. Pella Christian improves to 1-0. They're 56-28 victors over Des Moines Christian. The Eagles improve to 1-0. The Lions 0-1. Pella Christian will head to Panorama next week. Our coverage will begin at 6:30. Our kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tyler Crabb and J.D. Bohr from Panora, Iowa, live on 92.1 KRLS, or maybe KRLS2 again. I'll have to double check that. But we'll have that coverage for you live. Coming up next week is Pella Christian, over 500 yards rushing. Benny Schurz had 5 touchdowns, and they will start the 2022 campaign 1-0. One of the contenders in Class 1A. Should be a lot of fun. I'll be back on Eagle Lane in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks with the Dutch, and some big games coming up there with North Polk and Indianola as well. We encourage you to tune in here coming up to our Mahaska Bottling Radio Scoreboard show in just a little bit. Right around 10:15, 10:30 start, depending on when Pella's broadcast concludes. I imagine closer to 10:15. Nathan Sage and Kathy Molly will have that coming up for you live on 92.1 KRLS. In closing, presented by Light and State Bank. Grow strong with us at Light and State Bank. Your final score is Pella Christian 56, Des Moines Christian 28. You've been listening to Eagles football, and the one to count on for today's local sports and the home of Pella Christian Sports, KNIA KRLS. Have a fantastic Friday, and we'll see you next week.